Hello, everybody, and let me be the first to welcome you all to the Fake Baseball Season 20 Playoff Championship Series. We are effectively at the semifinal round, the conference finals. We're going to find out who our Eastern and Western champions are between today and Friday, and figure out what the World Series matchup is going to be. Hello, Fake Baseball. Hello, Fake Baseball fans. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And for the plethora of resubs that dropped during the starting soon screen as well. I already thanked a couple of y'all, but also thank you, Fudge Nugget, for the 44 months. And Game and Shout, thank you for the 3 months, dude. Very, very exciting stuff. We are down to our final 4 matchups, or our final 4 teams, I should say, over in the Western League Championship Series. We have an all-Canadian WLCS, the Montreal Voyageurs, who swept the Havana Knights in the opening round, are going to be taking on the Victoria Foresters in their send-off season. For people that don't know, this is the final season for the Victoria Foresters. They are being moved to a new city in North America at the end of season 20. They took out the Kodiaks in a pretty dramatic 7-game series to make it here. It is the first championship series for both the Voyageurs and the Foresters. Actually, 3 of the 4 teams. Would I ever want to see the Blue Jays play in Toronto? I mean, duh. Sure. Three of the four teams have never made the championship series before. This is the first time the Voyageurs, Foresters, and Blowfish have made it. Valencia has made it once before. That was during their Season 10 World Series run that they lost to the Kodiaks in 7 games. So very exciting stuff. We are guaranteed a first-time champion, and I really can't wait to get this started. Taking a look at just how some of these teams are constructed and how they got here, I figured I would pull up their Fake Baseball reference pages to get us going here for the day. This Victoria Foresters team was a team that made some pretty big moves in the offseason. And I've said this all the time. As soon as they signed Plaid Rasputin, I knew that they were going to be a huge, huge problem. I actually predicted them to go 45-35 and make the wild card. They went 44-36 and made the wild card. But alas, taking a look at Plaid Rasputin, he is one of the most effective left-handed power bats in Fake Baseball history. Taking a quick look over at his stats page. Over 135 career home runs. That is multiple double-digit home run seasons, including one of the only people to hit 20 home runs or more in a single season back in Season 20. Spent his first 8 seasons with the Commodores before moving over to Victoria, and he has helped get them to their first ever championship series appearance. Though he's been very quiet so far. Only 2 hits over 20 at-bats. Foresters are going to need him to actually come alive here in this series to make it happen. As for the Voyageurs, they kind of crept up out of nowhere to secure an Urban Atlantic victory. It was effectively a 5-way race with 10 games left to play, and they came out on top, also going 44-36. Something I love to highlight about this about this Voyageurs team is that they had 3 different guys in their infield that all played 80 games. 3 guys got the Iron Man award. Their rookie first baseman, Masahiro Hu, their big offseason signing, switch-hitting third baseman, Rylan Baja, and then in his second season, Taiko Raikkonen. All 3 of these guys played all 80 games at first base, third base, and shortstop, so just a ton of consistency there, and all 3 of them had great years. Rylan Baja, 9 homers, 840 OPS, 10 stolen bases. Taiko Raikkonen, 13 home runs, led the team as well. 980 OPS for him, too. So very, very cool teams on both these sides. Happy Goodfella is going to get the start today. In Game 1 of this series, Montreal will have home field advantage. Happy Goodfella pitched a complete game shutout in his only start of the postseason so far, so it should be really interesting. Anyway, good talk, chat. Good talk. I'm going to run the first 90 seconds of ads, so we are on the correct ad cycle. As always, exclamation ad skip to skip the ads. Hello, Derek. And I will also get the prediction started as well. So let's get the first prediction of the championship round started. Prediction is live. Going to run those 90 seconds of ads, and then when we return, we will get things going. Since we're just getting things started here, what are y'all's predictions for the World Series? Who do you want to see win? Where are your Dargy Dots going? Prediction is live, by the way. I want the Blowfish to make it no matter what. I'm rooting for the Blowfish either way. I think Valencia is probably the best team that remains of the four, but yo, what's up, Anarchy? Good to see you. Prediction is live, folks. I haven't seen that number move in over 30 seconds. Voyagers versus Valencia, then Valencia wins. That would be a good... I mean, either way, we're due for a good matchup. Either way, we're due for a good matchup. Overall, I'm going Blowies. I mean, they're definitely the fan favorite team. I think that is still remaining. Yeah, the Voyagers I've really come around on. Their starting pitching, like their top three are really not bad either. I think as far as who I give the edge to between Victoria and the Voyagers, man, I just need to see some consistency out of the Foresters. They got blanked in 3 games. The 3 games they lost versus the Kodiaks, they got completely shut out, which is not a great sign. Damn, these are some... Where's the... Folks, that's the championship series. Where's the energy right now? Some pretty low numbers for the first prediction of the series. I know we're just starting and it's been a while, but... Oh, that's tough. That's tough, Sorbet. That is tough for you. Only 480 points. Somebody had a bad divisional round. That is for sure. I'm Eepy. It's 12 o'clock! Wake up! Also, we got the Mariners game started at the same time, too, so I will have this open in the corner. I will have the Mariners game open in the corner as well. Here we go, by the way. Game 1 of the Western Championship Series. It is Foresters versus Voyagers, an all-Canadian Western League Championship Series. I had to get my coffee, yummers. I got my coffee right here. Game 1. Foresters continuing their magical run. They got a few guys that got a little banged up in that 7-game set. The Voyagers are going to be a lot more well-rested than the Foresters. The Voyagers, of course, swept the Knights. The Foresters went to Game 7. So here we go. Seppo Heikkinen hit 2 home runs in that Game 7 victory versus their longtime rivals, the Cascadia Kodiaks. In the leadoff spot here, pokes one up the middle. That's right back to Goodfellow, who will make the routine play over at first. And we are off to the races here in Montreal. The championship series officially underway. In this first of our 2 semifinal matchups. Of course, we have Golondrinas versus the Blowfish coming up after this. So Petrus Rojas now, veteran third baseman, had a great series versus the Kodiaks. This is another ground ball up the middle, but Heikkinen takes a few steps to his left to make the grab. Did I see the clip? Of course I did, Derek. I was watching the game. I don't live under a rock. I am shocked that you would even ask. Now Crackshot Spumoni batting third, goes down on 3 pitches. Happy Goodfella continues to cruise. He pitched a complete game shutout in his first start of the season, and now just goes 1-2-3 to get the inning started here in the championship series. Now Tycho Heikkinen, I've spoken so much about him, and he's been amazing in this postseason so far, batting .462 through that first series. Up against Tony Del Vecchio. Will walk on 5 pitches. Del Vecchio, you knew him as a backyard baseball star. He's now all grown up and playing real fake baseball for the Victoria Foresters. Gets the Game 1 start today. Had a great start. Or a great couple of appearances back in that 7-game set versus the Axe. Brings up Manny Man. Looked terrible in the regular season, but has really come alive here in the playoffs. Comes to the plate locked in, batting .417, going after a high fastball. Will strike out there. And now the rookie first baseman, Masahiro Hu. Voyagers trying to get that leadoff walk around to score. Wow, and they're going to catch Raikkonen stealing here. A great move over to first there from Del Vecchio. Mojo down for Raikkonen. That's huge. Mojo up for Del Vecchio. As Hu slings one out to right field. That is, just off the wall. Wow, it banged off maybe the only part of the wall that would have contained it right there. That is a loud base hit with 2 outs for the rookie Hu. Wow, this Montreal ballpark would have went absolutely ballistic had Hu got that out of the ballpark. So now Sleeve McDykel still looking for his first postseason hit. This one down the third base line. Rojas will throw across the diamond to retire the side. Voyager strand a runner left on base. It'll be the heart of the order due up here, and we will see Plaid Rasputin up at the plate. Happy Goodfella, 9 strikeouts through 8 scoreless innings so far for his postseason stat line. He is looking like a bona fide ace here in the playoffs as Palomar gets jammed on the run as Yokola makes the catch out in left field. Nice catch. Now, if the Foresters want any hope of winning this series, Plaid Rasputin has to get his bat going. 2 hits and 20 at-bats is not going to do it. And there's a line drive out to the gap on the run as Manny Man. Rasputin will make the turn. And there's a way to get your championship series started. A 1-out double for Plaid Rasputin. Runner in scoring position now for Chamberlain Testarossa. Was so good in that divisional round versus the Kodiaks. 7 RBI, including a grand slam for Testarossa. Changeup will get her swinging there. 2 outs now ahead of Ishwar Khan. Nice to have him back in the lineup, that's for sure. This one is poked down the third base line over the head of Baja. Rasputin going to come around to score. Wow. Baja used a multiple-time Gold Glover, not able to come up with that one. Just got kind of turned around, couldn't get his glove to it. I'm shocked he didn't make that play. Forrester's on the board first. As Khan tries to steal there, he'll be tagged out by Raikkonen. Foresters take a 1-0 lead early. Now Rylan Baja wasn't technically an error. But you know he's going to want to get that run back right now. A play that he definitely had a good beat on. As he's down to his last strike quickly on a pair of foul balls. Did well to fight off that cutter on the inside. Tony Del Vecchio now with the halo number ERA. That will continue to go down, as this will be a weak pop fly out into right center. Villanueva there to make the catch. Now here is the finish him, Pavel Yokola. 1 out, nobody on. Nice curveball there from Del Vecchio. His breaking stuff is really looking good. That changeup just falls off the table ahead of Yokola. Can't get his barrel to it. Like this sequence here from Del Vecchio, the 2-2. Swung on and missed. The cutter perfectly placed on the upper corner. Both starting pitchers looking real good here to get things started. Also watching the Mariners game on my other monitor. Hard hit ground ball right to Palomar. Side retired in order. Del Vecchio, a couple scoreless innings. What is the junk stat? What's up, Wacky Steve? That basically determines how much their pitches move. When they pitch something like a slider or a curveball or a two-seam, determines how much movement those pitches have. So Villanueva in the lineup today, despite had that groin issue. Back in the divisional round, clearly not bothering him too much, as he will lead off the inning with a Sorry, I'm trying to see if the... Oof. Scary stuff out there in the Mariners game. As he'll hit a... Anyway, sorry, I'm watching 2 games at once, so I will get a little distracted. The Mariners are... If they win this game versus the Tigers, they will advance to the ALCS. And Dmitry Petrovic, another weakly hit ball out to left field. Foresters have had all the luck so far at the beginning of this game. Lineup turns over now. The table is set for Seppo Heikkinen coming off that 2-home run game. As he'll try and get a bunt here. So it's a sacrifice bunt. It does move both runners over to scoring position. Foresters trying to play a little bit of small ball here. Infield playing in now. Are they just going to walk Rojas? Why would you pitch out there? Very strange. Rojas looks at a slider over the middle of the plate and sends a line drive out to left field. On the run is Yokola. Another defensive miscue by the Voyagers. Everybody is safe. The run will come around to score. That is the second time we've seen that from the Voyagers so far. A ball that it looks like they'll have a play on. Yokola, maybe the sun in his eyes there? Hard to say. Ball just gets by him. Everybody is safe. And the Foresters have taken a 2-0 lead here in Game 1. And now you have probably the most dangerous hitter on the Foresters up in Crack Shots Bumoni. This Foresters lineup is truly no joke. So many threats all up and down the lineup. And Happy Goodfellow, who has been almost nails, just has not gotten any help from his defense so far. As here's a ground ball over to Heikkinen. That will plate the run from third, however. As I believe that was Kahn scoring. 3-0 Foresters now. Yeah, that's not an error, Piggy. Not an error. This one shot the other way. Palomar gets a 2-out base hit. Runner is going to hold another. Wow, I saw fitness down for Mercedes Palomar. Another tweaked groin. Dude, this is like a groin massacre. We've seen like 5 tweaked groins now here in the postseason. Literally, nobody's groin is safe here in the fake baseball playoffs. The groin gobbler is out there, seriously. Foresters really not having any injury luck. The infield fly rule is a thing in this. You don't call an infield fly on 2 outs. High drive, center field. On the run is Spumoni, who will make the catch out near the warning track. A loud first out. To kick off the bottom of the third here. Del Vecchio now with a lot of run support, a 3-run lead. Oh, all good, Wacky Steve. All good. Yeah, you only call an infield fly if there are multiple runners on base with less than 3 outs. Chet Rocket will work a walk. 9-hole batter reaches. Chet Rocket continues to have a good postseason. So now a 1-out walk ahead of Heikkinen. Yeah, you're welcome to ask questions anytime about anything baseball related. By the way. 3-1 pitcher to Heikkinen. Coming off the walk to Chet Rocket. Now the full count. Wow, gets tied up. That cutter again, the put-away pitch. The cut fastball working really well for Del Vecchio here. Agreed so hard, Wacky Steve. That would be so fun. Now man-y-man. A blooper out to left on the run is Heikkinen, who will make the catch just in front of the infield grasser. Made a long run to retire the side. 3 straight scoreless now, only 1 hit for the Voyagers. Chamberlain Testarossa will lead off the inning. And a ground ball hit up the middle. Testarossa continues to hit the ball well here in the postseason. Another lead-off batter. Aboard ahead of Ishwar Khan, who singled and scored his last time up. Fly ball, center field, many man. Will settle to make the catch. Yo, thanks for gifting a sub to Wacky Steve. I appreciate that. And hello, Sapphire in Pink. Call me fake baseball because I'm sick as fuck. Sapphire in Pink was actually supposed to be commentating with me today, but unfortunately they woke up this morning feeling a little sickly. So hope you feel better, Saf. Hope you feel better. Now Villanueva got a base hit his last time up. Runner on first, nobody out, down to his last strike. Goodfella approaching 60 pitches now. Another hard hit ground ball that splits the right side of the infield. Back-to-back hits here for Villanueva. Foresters continuing to threaten. Their bats have really come alive here. They got blanked in 3 games versus the Kodiaks. They, of course, lost all 3 of those games. However, every game they scored in, they won in that series. So definitely a good sign for them here in Game 1 of the Western League Championship Series. Winner of this series will advance to the World Series, which will be on Sunday. In case y'all didn't see, by the way, Tomato Anus will be commentating the World Series with me. That is this coming Sunday. Ground ball down the third base line. Baja won't mess up that play. And on Friday, by the way, Coach Anarchy will be in the booth for the conclusion of the championship series. So we got Anarchy co-commentating on Friday, Tomato Anus on Sunday. It's going to be a good weekend of fake baseball. Going to be a good weekend. Masahito, who almost got a solo home run his last time up, was just about a foot shy. What's on Sunday? No, what's on second? I don't know on third. Ground ball, scoop by Khan. 1 out. What's up, big butter guy? McDykel still looking for his first hit of the postseason. Does have an RBI on a fielder's choice, also a couple walks. Might get another walk here on a 3-0 count. Ground ball right to Testarossa. 2 outs. Voyager still trying to find any sort of answer here to Del Vecchio, who's held them scoreless so far, trying to make it 4 scoreless. Couple of ground balls to Khan this inning will spell the end of the 4th for the Voyagers, currently getting blanked in front of their home crowd. They've been held to a single hit. And Petros Rojas will lead it off. He's had a great postseason so far. High drive, right field. This is at the wall. Pruitt will make the catch. I'm confused on the schedule. What's being covered today and Friday? The championship series. The Western and Eastern Championship Series. Dude, I had a great time in the Mariners game, SRB. I can't believe I got to attend a playoff baseball game. That was pretty special. Not something I thought I would ever see. Yeah, a lot of warning track flyouts. So Mercedes Palomar staying in the game. The Victoria Foresters have just had so many groin injuries. Having to really battle through it here. Every at-bat in the postseason matters so much. Ground ball to Rocket. And that will end the inning. A loud flyout. Foresters held to still just a 3-run lead. Voyagers definitely not out of this. No, we're watching both. We're watching both series today, Jeff. Both of them are best of 7, so it's going to take multiple streams to get through them. And then yes, the finals are on Sunday. Ground ball poked down the right field line. This gets almost all the way to the corner. Second hit of the ball game. Avo Jokela gets a leadoff hit here for the Voyagers. And as Del Vecchio is pitching through his 5th inning, approaching 70 pitches, now would be a great time for the Voyagers to break through as we head into the back half of this Game 1 of the series. Runner goes. And, oh, Khan can't handle the ball over there at second. Mojo up for Jokela. Surprised to see him get a stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for Jocinda Pope, the DH, here on a full count. Staying alive on a full count as well. Looks at 82 over the middle of the plate. Just got all locked up there. Couldn't decide to swing or not. One away here. Vigo Pruitt, a grand slam already in this postseason. Pokes the ball down the third, or over to third base. Rojas will get the put out over at first. It does move the runner into third, to third base though. So Chet Rocket a chance to score the first run of the WLCS for the Foresters. Yeah, Jeff, if you're ever confused about the format, yeah, I do have the bracket posted in the blog. High drive out to right. This is another warning track flyout. Voyagers get another hit, but they have still failed to score a run here through 5 innings. Vlad Rasmussen can lead things off. Got a double in his first at-bat of the CS. Looking for his second hit of the ballgame right here. Hard hit up the middle. Rocket will make the backhand grab and throw. Out number 1. Testarossa also with a hit today. 8 hits so far for the Foresters. Been seeing the ball real well. Goes chasing on the changeup again. Another strikeout for Goodfella. 2 outs, nobody on ahead of Khan. And that'll be the end of Goodfella's day. They're going to bring in the lefty Alexia Soto to face the left-handed Ishwar Khan. A lot of left-handed batters in this Foresters lineup. You can expect to see a lot of Alexia Soto in this series overall as Khan mojo down. Time running out here for the Voyagers here in Game 1. They'll have the top of their lineup come up. Defensive replacement, the rookie Tatsuo Shinada going to check in at second base. Raikkonen batting .429 in the postseason so far. So important for him to get on base here. Already has a walk today. A high drive out to right. This is gone. Wow, that got out of here before I could finish the home run call. Taiko Raikkonen scores the first run of the WLCS for the Voyagers. Line drive home run, his second. And how about it? Voyager is only a 2-run deficit now. As Josh Naylor just hit a double out to the right field corner. That's a 1-out double for Josh Naylor and the Mariners, by the way. So Mariners got a runner in scoring position. Back over to fake baseball. Manny Mann trying to follow up that Taiko Raikkonen home run. Here's another long drive out to left field, but Heikkinen will make the catch. Chip Hazard coming in relief now for Del Vecchio. This Foresters bullpen was taxed so heavily in that series versus the Kodiaks. You'll be curious to see how many innings each of them are going to be able to pitch here in this championship series as Masahiro Hu muscles this one out to right field and opposite field. 1-out single. Hu continuing to swing the bat well here in the postseason. And this would be a great time for the veteran Mick Deichel to get things going here. Hu is on first, and he's going to try and run. It looked like a hit-and-run attempt as McDykel completely whiffed on that. As here's a high drive out to the deep part of center field. Villanueva's at the wall. Spumoni at the wall. That's gone. And, man, that caught stealing is looking really bad right now. McDykel could have just tied up the game. Instead, it is just a solo home run. That being said, it's a home run nonetheless. This Foresters bullpen continues to get shelled. Ground ball down the first base line will end the inning. Mojo down for Baja. Forrester's lead has been cut to 1. Villanueva will step in versus the lefty Soto. Suarez goes down swinging in the Mariners game. 2 outs. Naylor on second. Wow, the third hit of the game for Villanueva. Battling that groin issue, he has not struggled to hit the ball hard. 3 base hits for Villanueva. Left on left action. Forster's continuing to see the ball and hit the ball well now with the great contact bat of Petrovic up. Ground ball into right field. Naylor is coming around to home plate. The throw is not in time. Mariners on the board. Mariners are on the board. They score the first run of the ball game. RBI single, Dom Canzone, by the way. And that was effectively a strike him out, throw him out here in fake baseball. As Villanueva caught stealing, Petrovic strikes out. 2 outs, bases empty here for Seppo Heikkinen. Another high drive out to left field and another warning track flyout. Boy, there have been a lot of those here in game 1. Last chance now for the Voyagers here in game 1 of the series. To finish him, Paavo Jokela got a leadoff hit his last time up. And a stolen base at that. Going to have a 2-0 count here versus Chip Hazard. And as I mentioned, the bullpen got really hit around in that series versus the Kodiaks. They managed to overcome it one way or another. In the 3-1, this one shot down over to the third base side. A great diving grab there from the veteran third baseman and future Hall of Famer, Petrus Rojas. It's a momentum killer right there as Chip Hazard mojo back up. Forrester's trying to steal game 1. Jocinda Pope will have something to say about that, though. She works a 1-out walk, a lot of speed on the base paths now. I'd like to see them get that run over to second base. And there have been a lot of caught stealings in this. You got to get, at this point, you got to get Jocinda Pope into second base. Got to have her steal here. Surprised they're not pitch hitting for Chet Rocket. There's the stolen base attempt, but it's spoiled. Fouled back from Chet. Voyagers down to their last out in a 1-run ball game here in the 7th. Down to their last strike. Chet Rocket. And they're really worried about Jocinda Pope over there at first. The 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. What's up, Frostlass? Game on the line here. Calling a pitch out as well. Really worried about Pope over at first. And now the 2-2 to Chet Rocket. Got a pitch down the middle, fouled away. Rocket really trying to battle here. Game on the line. The ball hit up the middle. Pope is going to go into third base. Here's the throw from Spumoni. It will be late. Another hit from Chet Rocket with the game on the line to bring up Tycho Raikkonen. Tying run at third base. The drama could not be higher. Chip Hazard trying to pitch through this. Raikkonen, a home run his last time up. The 1-2 pitch. Who else would you want up at the plate here if you're the Voyagers? High drive, right field. Will it stay fair? No! It just slices foul. What a moment that would have been for the young gun Raikkonen. Now the 2-2. And the payoff pitch to Tycho. Oh, he chases 91 off the plate. He wanted it so bad. The Voyagers will strand the tying run at third base. My goodness, what a game 1. What a game 1. That is a great way to get this championship series started, if I do say so myself. The Foresters take a 1-0 lead. That was awesome. That was a good-ass game 1. Hashtag tree, by the way, if you're rooting for the Foresters here in this game. Man. Banger game. Tree AF. Hashtag cutting down trees. Not that time. Not that time you weren't. Great baseball, I agree. Meanwhile, on the Mariners game, JP Crawford a 1-2 count. Here, I'm going to make this extra small. JP Crawford a 1-2 count. Swung on and missed, damn it. Okay, Mariners score first, though, so that's good. Shout out to that. All right. Anyway, had to check in over there. We do a little illegal activities. All right, when we come back from the break, by the way, we'll have game 1 of the Blowfish versus Valencia. Let me just get that prediction started right now. We're going to run 90 seconds of ads in between, as we always do. Both these teams winning their divisional round matchups in 5 games. They are clearly the 2 best teams over in the East. Prediction is live for Blowfish versus Valencia. I'll see y'all in 90 seconds. Thank you for that, Breadmon. Okay, I want to read what Frostlaughs was talking about. Saw one battle after another for a 3rd time on IMAX 70mm. Very cool. And I'm about to fight with Jared Leto for preventing me from going for a 4th. What did Jared Leto have to do with you preventing from seeing one battle after another for the 4th time? I saw one battle in 70mm on Friday. Hell yeah. Oh, all because the new Tron movie takes over all the IMAX screens? Boo. That sucks. Yeah, I can't really say I'm too excited about the new Tron movie. This doesn't... I don't know. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to get excited about blockbusters these days. For whatever reason. I'm not even trying to be a hater. It's just... I don't know. Yeah, I found a lot of the response to one battle to be a little bit hyperbolic. Hyperbolic. I even heard it described as, by the director of programming at the Hollywood Theater, Paul Thomas Anderson's best movie ever. And I was just like, you think it's better than There Will Be Blood? Like, that's saying something. Yeah, definitely not near as radical as people. It is a very good movie. It is a super fun ride. Literally that, and the entire sequence wants very mild spoilers, by the way, but you can kind of imply this from watching any promotional material about the movie. As soon as what's his name, Bob is on the run, that entire sequence is so amazing. There are so many. I feel like the movie, there's like 2 halves of the movie, and I really enjoy the first half of the movie more than the second, I would say. Anyway, I also have opinions on one battle, but it's really good. Like, I'm not denying it's a great movie, because this is a great movie. Anyway, I am trying to be a hater. I think the new Tron movie looks bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Agreed, Frostlaughs. Agreed. All right, so let's hop into game 1 of the Eastern League Championship Series. It'll be the Blowfish versus Valencia. The Blowfish's starting pitching in that series versus the Springboks was absolutely lights out. Jinkies Ford is going to get the start today versus Power Slide Jones. I'm curious to see if their starting pitching can maintain their form. They've not struggled to put up runs either. They put up, what is this, 15? They put up 22 runs over the last 3 games of that series. Blowfish looking like a complete team versus Golondrinas Valencia. For any real baseball fans, a lot of similarities to the Milwaukee Brewers. The Blowfish going to have home field advantage in this series. We are headed to the Fishbowl for game 1. The Blowfish making their first ever championship series appearance. The Blowfish have never made it to the championship series before. Valencia, last time they did that was season 10. Did I miss the prediction again? You sure did, Dolph. You sure did. Yo, what's up, TBCR? Good to see you. It'll be Slap Dappy leading things off, and if you saw the Going Live post on Blue Sky, Slap Dappy hit the go-ahead 3-run home run to send Valencia to their first championship series in 10 seasons. He's batting 500, Slap Dappy. He's been slapping the shit out of that ball. He'll swing at the first pitch here over to Alley Cat Crunchwrap for a quick one pitch out. So Jinkies Ford did not allow a run in her first start. Off to a great start here in game 1 of this ELCS. And Ronaldo, another ground ball. Diving stop by Orbital. Will the throw be in time? No, it will not. Ronaldo turns on the Jets, able to leg that one out. And now here is the, he was the divisional round MVP for that series versus Corsa Palermo. Yim Chimney, switch hitting catcher. 2 homers and 3 RBI. Also threw out 3 runners that were trying to steal. He was very important to the Golondrina's success. Now has a runner on first, only 1 out. Valencia trying to make something happen early here. Ground ball up the middle, picked by Orbital. Underhand throw to Crunchwrap, who shoots it over to first. A double play to retire the side in order despite that 1 out single. Blowfish have looked like a complete team so far. Defensively, pitching-wise, hitting-wise, and Hudson Dakota will lead things off. Great left-handed contact hitter. Sends a line drive out to right field, but Dappy will make the catch. A quick first out. Ahead of Jeremy Nash, who was so important to the Blowfish in that win over the dominant Springboks. Hit a 3-run home run in that Game 5 victory. This one's off the end of his bat into the gap. Baroni will field that out in left center, and it's a 1-out single here for Jeremy Nash, so a similar start for both teams. 1 on, 1 out ahead of Heliocentric Orbital, who has continued his great form that he found at the end of the regular season into the postseason. This will be a pop fly for out number 2. And this would be a great time for a Caden Diligence home run. Runner goes. The throw is low and off the glove of Ronaldo over there at short. A stolen base for Jeremy Nash. Runner in scoring position now for Diligence. Down to his last strike. K-Man activated for Power Slide Jones. Wow, a nasty slider. Absolutely eats up Caden Diligence. Could not get the barrel of his bat there. So much movement on that pitch. Great put-away pitch from Power Slide. K-Man trait doing a lot of work there. Swinging at the first pitch here is Cheddar Cassidy. Lefty first baseman. A couple of swings here. Big ones at that. Lays off the outside fastball for ball number 1. And now the full count. Wow, gets caught looking. Jinkies Ford dots a changeup on the lower outside corner. 1 out ahead of Valentino Rosebud. Big offseason signing for this Valencia side. Valencia, kind of comparable to the Milwaukee Brewers in real baseball. They don't sign a lot of free agents. They got a lot of homegrown guys. They're fundamentally very sound. Rosebud, one of the few free agents they did sign, former MVP for the Grays, will work a 1 out. Is this a 1 out or a 2 out single? A 1 out single here, hit of Harrison Sierra, who comes up to the plate batting .538 in the postseason. My goodness. Both these teams hitting the ball really, really well through their divisional round of the playoffs. Now Sierra with a 2-1 count. Ground ball over to the third base side. Nash plays that on a bounce. Not able to turn 2, but they do get the lead runner out. Ahead of Ken Roroni, who they continue to give playing time out there in left field. I feel like Ileana Alejo is their better left fielder on the bench, but they really believe in Ken Roroni's bat here in the playoffs. And this one, a kind of an inside-out jam shot, will find grass out in right field. Runners on the corners with 2 outs now for Roroni. RBI man activated. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shout. Forgot to change that. Yeah, mojo down for Jinkies Ford. Burgess trying to make something happen with that RBI man trait. Now the 2-2 to Burgess. Off the end of his bat, foul. Staying alive here on 2 strikes. This is a good at-bat. Valencia really trying to make something happen here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Another 2-2 pitch. And now the payoff. Big spot here in the top of the second. Checks his swing. That's a great at-bat from Shark Burgess to load the bases with 2 outs here of Braden Franklin. You talk about moments that could define the game. Big spot here for Braden Franklin and Jinkies Ford, who takes strike 3. A changeup that clipped the inside edge. I don't know how you go down looking there on 3 pitches with the bases loaded. Tough spot for the Birds. And Crunchwrap will lead off the bottom of the second. Crunchwrap, a bit of a quiet divisional series versus the Springboks. Would love to see him get loud here in the championship series. As Busan looks for their first ever World Series berth, he chases wildly, swinging way over the top of 92 off the bottom of the zone. And here is the divisional series MVP. Nobody is swinging the bat better in baseball right now than Derek Gold Tillamook. Before this at bat, she came to the plate with an 1800 OPS. She has been unstoppable at the plate, aside from that pop out right there. What's up, Kindeer? Yo, what's up, T-Pat? Good to see you. Welcome. So 2 outs, bases empty ahead of Sludge Grimer. Both teams still trying to find that first run of this championship series. Ground ball down the first base line, and Cassidy will take that himself. Side retired in order. Power slide Jones looking pretty good. Top of the lineup due up here for Valencia. Slap Dappy. Been swinging a good bat. Wow, nice slider for strike 1 there from Ford. Ground ball to Crunchwrap. Second time in a row. Slap Dappy has hit a ground ball over to Alley Cat. And the first pitch swing is Ronaldin, who shoots this one over the head of Orbital into the gap. He definitely could have had a double there. That's some very poor base running from Bertrand Ronaldin. You got to turn 2 right there, especially considering Dakota had trouble fielding out there and left. Don't like that at all. 90 feet matters so much during the postseason. Runner on first, 1 out now ahead of Yim Chimney. Infield set up for the double play. This one poked into left field. Nice piece of hitting there from Chimney. Does move Ronaldin over to second base, so runner in scoring position now. Ahead of Cheddar Cassidy. RBI man is activated with a runner on second base or further. He gets increased stats on his contact and power ratings. That is not a double play, but they will get the runner out at second. So now 2 outs, runners on the corners for Valentino Rosebud, who had a loud single his last time up. Over 50 pitches now for Ford. Here only in the 3rd inning. Ground ball to Crunchwrap, and that will end the inning. They'll strand the runner over at 3rd. 5 hits so far from Valencia, but just not able to plate that go-ahead run. Destin Agassi will lead things off. Agassi struggled heavily in that divisional series. Still looking for his first hit of the postseason. He was such an important left-handed bat. DH'd in almost all 80 games for this Blowfish side. We saw him hit a couple home runs on coverage as well, and he's got a 3-0 count here to lead off the 3rd. As Power Slide works his way back into this count, K-Man activated. Here's the payoff pitch. Taken outside, Agassi works a walk. Nice at-bat there. And now the switch-hitting German Einhard Damflock hit a huge 3-run home run in his first game back from injury to help seal that divisional series victory for the Blowfish. He'll be out at first, but they do move the go-ahead run into scoring position here for the top of the lineup. Agassi on second base now ahead of Hudson Dakota, one of the best contact bats in the game. Ball gets away, and Nagasi gonna cruise into second base as the ball actually gets all the way to the dugout. It goes out of play. Sacrifice fly would give the Blowfish the lead here in front of their home crowd here in the Fishbowl. And wow, Dakota just laid on that one. Tough out activated on 2 strikes. The slider again. Boy, power slides slider is looking nasty right now. Power slider, it should be said. Nash trying to get that run at third across home plate. Got to put the ball in play here. High drive, center field, on the run is Sierra, gone! Jeremy Nash has done it again. A 2-run go-ahead home run. The Blowfish are on the board first here in Game 1 of the Eastern Championship Series. We are blowing up here in Busan. The 37-year-old puts his team up big. That is huge. Cannot believe he just tagged power slide for 2 there. He's looked so dominant so far. And Orbital also sends a drive of his own out to the gap. He'll hold up at first. Very small outfield dimensions. Very hard to hit extra base hits here in Busan. But nice to see Heliocentric Orbital still hitting the ball hard. Caden Diligent struck out on that slider his last time up. Second time coming to the plate with a runner on base. Came in activated here for Jones. The 2-2 pitch. Off the end of his bat. Line drive right over to Burgess. Makes the catch, but not before the Blowfish strike first. A 2-run Jeremy Nash home run. Let's see what Valencia can do here as we head into the back half of this game in the 4th. Line drive right over to Orbital for out number 1. Ken Roroni, an opposite field single. His last time up. As Ford pitching well into the 4th now. This one is shot out into left center on the run is Dakota, who makes the catch. Nice play there from Hudson Dakota. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Jinkies Ford has yet to allow a run in either of her postseason starts. This is her second. Blowfish starting pitching has been winning them ball games here in the postseason. Goes down looking. Jinkies Ford just dotting pitches right now. Alley Cat Crunchwrap will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Busan looking to extend their lead. Nice to see that despite Alley Cat's struggles, the rest of the team has really picked it up, as he's going to pop out here on the first pitch. Now the switch hitting Darigold Tillamook. Jones trying to bounce back from that 2-run home run he gave up back in the bottom of the 3rd. Up against the hottest batter on this Blowfish team now. This one shot down the third base line deep into left field. Baroni did well to get there early and hold Darigold to a single. She continues to swing a hot bat, and now a lot of speed on first base ahead of Sludge Grimer. Curious if they'll let her steal here. This one a ground ball to Franklin. Should be an easy double play. Grimer not a fast runner. Side retired in order despite the Darigold base hit. Heading to the top of the 5th now. They'll be 9-1-2 in Valencia's order, due up. Jinkies Ford pitching into the 5th, over 60 pitches, but given that she's locked in, her stamina and traits still looking okay. Franklin trying to find his first hit of the ELCS. He's gone down looking in back-to-back plate appearances. Not a good game for Franklin. And with that 2-0 lead so far for Busan, you think back to that bases loaded opportunity that Valencia had back in the 2nd inning. in which Braden Franklin went down looking on 3 pitches. Slap Dappy continues to see the ball hit the ball, just shovels this one back up the middle for a 1-out knock. Ahead of Bertrand Renaudin, homegrown shortstop, already with 2 hits this game. The Fishbowl has the smallest outfield dimensions of any ballpark here in fake baseball. As they try calling the hit and run, Crunchwrap drops the ball. Boy, they had Slap Dappy dead to rights. But that'll be a stolen base for him as Renaudin flies out. Tying run coming to the plate in the form of Yim Chimney. He hit 2 home runs in that series versus their division rivals, Corsa. Big spot for him now as he sends this one down to the deep right field. That will easily score Slap Dappy from second base. That stolen base ends up mattering a lot as they've cut the lead in half here. Have Valencia. That'll be the end of Jinky Ford's day. She is responsible for the runner on first. They're going to bring in the submarine pitching righty, Desi Jakobsen. Trying to continue to tack on here. Another hard hit ball up the middle. Chimney going to hold up at second base. We got a bit of a 2-out rally here going. Pinch running now at second base is Ileana Alejo. 2 different stealer traits on the base paths now. I would really think they're going to have both these batters steal. Never mind, they won't even get the opportunity, as Rosebud is thrown out over at first. Valencia strands 2, but they do get a run across. They've cut the lead in half. Blowfish surely going to be looking hard for an insurance run here. Destin Agassi worked a walk his last time up. The backup catcher, Yambag Jones, checking in behind the dish for her first action in the postseason. Rebecca S. Peebs also on the bench for the Blowfish, by the way. We have yet to see her make an appearance here in the postseason. Cassidy, a nice overhead grab there. Just in the right field grass. For out number 1. Now the switch hitting Einhard Damflock. 22-year-old right fielder. Came up with the Munich Engineers. Was an off-season acquisition by the Blowfish. Another full count here from Power Slide. Over 70 pitches now. This one is popped up, and that'll be a pop out for out number 2. Base is empty for Hudson Dakota, looking for his first hit of the CS. Hard hit ball. Ricochets off the glove of Burgess. Renaudin not even going to have a chance. Hudson Dakota, one of the fastest runners in the game. Easily gets the 2-out infield single. And Valencia now going to go to their bullpen. Cha-Cha Boogers looked really good so far in all of his postseason appearances. Jeremy Nash, a home run his last time up. Now 6 RBI, 2 homers, and a .467 batting average in this postseason. Goes down swinging here. Booger is just cruising. What's up, Meta? Good to see you. All right, they got a run back in the top of the 5th. Now in the top of the 6th, it'll be Harrison Sierra leading off, and a home run when tie the game up. In a very easy ballpark to hit home runs, and it should be said. Jakobsen behind 2-0. A hanging slider for strike 1 to Sierra. A lead-off walk to Harrison Sierra, so now the go-ahead run ahead of Ken Roroni. A base hit and a fly out to left field today. Back-to-back 3-ball counts here for Jakobsen, really struggling to find the zone as Roroni takes a big hack at a fastball down the middle. And the slider pulls the string. Great sequence there from Jakobsen, who worked back into that count from being down 3-1. And just like that, a double play will end the inning here for the Blowfish. Their defense has been firing on all cylinders. 2-2 now from Jakobsen. Burgess gets jammed. Nash going to go the short way to second. They get the lead runner out. It's a fielder's choice for Shark Burgess. 2 outs, runner on first here. For Braden Franklin. High fly ball out to right, but that will hang up in front of the short porch. Busan hangs on to that narrow 1-run lead. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Orbital, Diligence, and Crunchwrap. A great trio of batters here to get an insurance run for the Blowfish. Cha-Cha Booger locked in after only 4 pitches. He has looked really good here in the postseason as Orbital, an opposite field single, to get things started here in the bottom of the 6th. Second hit of the ball game for Heliocentric. Diligence with a pair of strikeouts today. An .845 OPS in the regular season for the veteran first baseman. At risk of striking out for a 3rd straight time, and he will. Perfect fastball. 96 on the upper corner. Way late on it. Runner goes. And, okay, that'll prevent the double play with Heliocentric taken off early. Runner in scoring position now for Derigold Tillamook, who's batting .611 with 2 home runs and 9 RBI. This one off the inside of her bat, back to Booger. And Cha-Cha Booger's done the job asked of him. It's kept the lead to 1, and now the top of the lineup due up here for Valencia, and Slap Dappy comes up to the plate, locked in. A home run is all Valencia needs to tie it. A couple of close game ones here, and back-to-back game ones of this Western and Eastern Championship Series. It's been a 1-run game heading into the top of the 7th. As Slap Dappy gets hit, just takes 93 off his thigh on a full count. That immediately brings the go-ahead run to the plate. That'll be the end of Jakobsen's day. Responsible for the runner on first. They're going to bring in the closer, Roger McFurlow. He's been hit around so far this postseason, 11.57 ERA. Trying to save this 1-run ball game up against Bertrand Renaudin. Ground ball, or sorry, a line drive hit over to Diligence, ricochets off his glove. Nobody there to cover the ricochet. Tying run at second base now, and look out, Derek MK, it's Yambag Jones. A chance to tie the game up. Makinola here, second at-bat of the postseason. And works a 4-pitch walk. What is happening here at the Fishbowl? The bases are loaded. Nobody is out. Roger McFurlow continuing to struggle here on the mound. Now behind 2-0 to Cheddar Cassidy. Okay, and he's worked his way back in this count, the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and that is going to tie up the ball game. A fielder's choice. There is no out at first, only 1 out is recorded. Valencia loads the bases and ties up this game here at the death in the top of the 7th. And a chance to score even more. That Slap Dappy comes around to score off the hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Runner goes. Here's the throw from Grimer. It is in time. I cannot believe they called a steal right there. That is just some bad baseball by the normally very fundamentally sound Valencia. Now Busan going to be tasked with trying to walk off Valencia. Otherwise, we'll get some free baseball. And why would you not send the guy home from third as well, is my question, ATD. Grimer had a quiet game so far, and Booger has just been cruising 100 miles an hour, low and away for strike 3. Booger trying to make it back-to-back strikeouts here to kick off the 7th. Or bottom of the 7th, I should say. A home run would win it. Nagase doesn't like that call. I don't either. They're going to pinch hit Walter Rodriguez. Really? For an Ironheart Dam flock? Okay, Busan trying to win the game. Rodriguez already with a home run this postseason. Playing the matchup game, bringing in the lefty bat with the power versus righties. Try and win them the ball game. I don't really like it. Damflock's been swinging a good bat. Hard hit ball, and we got free baseball. Game 1 of the ELCS is going to extra innings. What's up, Avukamo? Good to see you. Bucket Navarro checking in at left field now. Dakota moves over to right. McFurlow staying in the game. High fly ball, center field. Tillamook is at the wall. Gone! Harrison Sierra! A towering solo home run has put Valencia in the lead here in extras. Valencia has come back, and now they have a 1-run lead. McFurlow chased out of the game. And wow, that is tough if you are the Blowfish. You had a 1-run lead going into the 7th, now in extras you trail. Top of the lineup will be due up in the bottom of the 8th. Busan will try and tie it as Roroni sends a missile out to left field. For a foul ball, that's strike 2. Swung on and missed. For strike 3. 1 out, base is empty for Burgess. Hard hit ball right to Crutchrap, who plays out on a bounce.
The second baseman, number 32.
And this one hit up the middle orbital. Ranging to his left will make that play. And now Busan on the brink. However, he will have Dakota, Nash, and Orbital due up. These guys are 5 for 9 with a home run today.
Number 61.
Definitely the 3 batters you would want up to the plate here with the game on the line. Cha-Cha Booger has looked almost untouchable in this postseason, though. Home run would tie it. Big swing there from Dakota. Tough out activated on 2 strikes. Able to fight off that low fastball. Man, Booger is just dealing here. Now the 2-2. Ground ball right to Odeball, who just checked in over at third base. And that is out number 2. Sorry, I'm looking over at the Mariners game, and Josh Naylor is just blatantly relaying what the pitch is going to be to Mitch Garver at home plate. That is wow. So what Josh Naylor is doing in the Mariners game right now is he's looking into the glove of the pitcher and then signaling and then looking at the grip that the pitcher has on the ball and then is signaling to the batter. Yes, it's very legal. It is extremely legal. And is signaling to the batter what the pitch is going to be. Sorry, I'm like so caught up in watching this. This is crazy. Wow, that's wild. Here's a blooper down into right field, a foul ball. Yeah, sorry, I'm very caught up in this now. Okay, sorry. We have 1 batter left. So heliocentric orbital with the game on the line. Has a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Big swing at a low fastball. Who else would you want up? With your game on the line, this one is hit down the first base line, fielded by Cassidy. And Valencia steals game number 1 from the Blowfish. That is a heartbreaker. If you are a Blowfish fan, man, they win game 1 in extras. It's been a couple of banger matchups to kick off the championship series. How about it? Let's get that prediction paid out. Valencia, huge game 1 W. When we come back from the break, it'll be game 2. Montreal versus Victoria. Bases are loaded, nobody out in the Mariners game, by the way. We're going to run 90 seconds of ads, and when we're back, we are headed back to Montreal for game 2. Foresters took game 1. A 1-run victory, 3-2. A couple of 3-2 victories here to kick off the championship series. So yeah, I'll see y'all in 90 seconds. I'm going to start the prediction. And yeah, when we're back in 90 seconds, prediction is live. We'll head back to Montreal for game 2 of the Western League Championship Series. Put down. So it'll be Tyler Brandt versus Maxi 5. A couple of lefties on the bump here for the Voyagers. Wow, no faith in the Voyagers is crazy. No faith in the Voyagers is wild. They have a good team. Don't count them out. Don't count them out. In case people are wondering how home field advantage works, we're going to play 2 games in Montreal, 3 games in Victoria, and then the final 2 games, if necessary, will be played back in Montreal. The higher seed gets 4 of the 3 home games, usually. I put a little money on them. You have no faith, Jeff. You have no faith in the team that you're rooting for. Disappointing stuff. All right, let's get going with game 2 of this Western League Championship Series. Foresters won game 1. Bri, you're looking good today. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Oh, thanks. Gotta tell the homies when they put the... I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because like you don't always the homies aren't always telling you when you got that shit on, so thank you. I don't have any confidence in the Voyagers. Y'all are some haters. Y'all are some haters. All right, Maxi 5 on the bump. Had a great start in game 2 of that divisional round versus the Knights. Gonna get an out here on the first pitch is Maxi 5. Had a bit of a 5+ ERA in the regular season, but has looked good so far in the post as Maxi. Voyager starting pitching has been so good for them. And he's got the first 2 outs quickly on only 4 pitches. Now 2 outs, base is empty for crack shots Bumoni. Still looking for his first home run of the postseason. Down to his last strike.
Spectacular.
Goes down swinging, chasing the 2-seam there from Maxi. A 1-2-3 inning spun by the Voyager starter. Gorm, thank you for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back to the Bryo Heads. Appreciate that, dude. Thanks for using your Prime sub on me. So Rylan Baja in the leadoff spot today does have that power versus left-handed pitching trait, and you saw the power right there. That one right over to Rojas, though, for a line out. As in the Mariners game, Robles grounds into a double play. However, the Mariners score another run, so they do capitalize on the bases loaded, nobody out opportunity. So Tyler Brandt got really hit around in that series versus the Kodiaks. Made 2 starts, a 16.88 ERA with a 3.78 whip. Definitely a good pitcher for the Voyagers to attack here. And Tycho Raikkonen rolls over on this one. Brandt makes a great play coming off the mound. Mojo down for Raikkonen. Couple of quick innings from both starters. Yeah, I got the game up, Gormy. I appreciate that. So Plaid Rasputin, again, I've said it so many times, Foresters are going to need him to come alive. As he goes down looking here, Mojo up for Maxi 5. Mercedes Palomar battling through that groin injury. So many tweaked groins. It's been the postseason of tweaked groins so far. Crawford fouls out for out number 3. Mariners with the bases loaded, nobody out. Score only 1, but they are up 2-0 now. And Palomar goes down swinging. And Mojo down for her. That is not good. Mojo down and injured. Now Chamberlain Testarossa. Big butt scratch there from Maxi 5 in the pitch. Fouled back. Trying to face the first 6 batters in order. Wow. Another strikeout for Maxi 5. He's looking really good out of the gate here. Excuse me. McDykel got his first hit of the postseason in Game 1 of this series. Comes up to the plate, locked in. Switch hitter batting from the left side now versus the left-handed, or the right side versus left-handed Brandt. Hard hit ball up the middle. A lead-off hit here for Sleeve. Would be a huge boon to the Voyagers if his bat is coming alive. And leadoff man is aboard ahead of Paavo Jokela. What's up, Agent Zero? Good to see you. Tough out activated for Jokela. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A lot of strikeouts so far to lead off this game. Now here's Manny Man. Like I mentioned in Game 1, was terrible in the regular season, but his bat has come alive here in the postseason. Voyagers trying to do a hit and run right there. One shot foul. And now another 2-2 pitch to Man, and the count works full. Ball hit out to the right field gap. On the run here is Villanueva, and going first to third is McDykel. Runners on the corners now for Miles Bratson, who's making his first at-bat of the postseason, DHing today. They're going to send Manny Man on the steal attempt, and he's in there safely. So a base hit and a steal for Manny Man. Infield playing in now for Miles Bratson. Goes down swinging there, Bratson, in his first postseason at-bat. Now runners on second and third, 2 outs ahead of Jocinda Pope. DH'd in Game 1, now playing right field today. In Game 2. Gonna have a 2-0 pitch here from Brandt. Sent that one foul. No, I tend to want to avoid brothers and juniors, especially from fan redemptions, because then everybody in the league ends up being named the same. She goes down looking. Wow, a huge opportunity fumbled there by the Voyagers. They had runners on second and third with only 1 out. Brandt works around it with back-to-back strikeouts. And Crooks Corelli on an 0-2 count just slings this one into right field for a leadoff hit. First hit of the ball game that Manny Man has allowed. And first base runner. Couple of early aggressive swings here from the bottom of the lineup. Tatsuo Shinada, the rookie, getting the start at second base today for the Foresters. Another 2-strike count. Just out in front of a couple of fastballs here. Shinada just trying to time this up. He's seeing the ball well. That is a perfect pitch from Maxi 5 to get the first out of the inning. Just dots that 2-seam on the upper corner. And this one's hit back up the middle. Foresters have a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. That is the 4th hit of this series already for Dainty Villanueva, who is also battling a groin injury. And now the lineup turns over. Seppo Heikkinen High fly ball out to center field. Man on the run. Will make that catch deep out in center. This should move Brooks Scarelli over to third base. Relay not in time.
The third baseman, number 6.
And runners on the corners now, 2 outs. So Foresters with a 2-out RBI opportunity of their own. Petros Rojas going to have to battle here versus a left-handed Maxi 5. 2-2 pitch. Big spot here for Rojas. Foresters trying to take an early lead once again. Ground ball right over to Räikkönen. Gets the quick throw over to first. A couple of scoring opportunities, and both teams have left multiple runners on base in back-to-back frames. 9, 1, and 2 due up here for the Voyagers. The veteran second baseman, Chet Rocket, the 40-year-old, will lead things off. Got a 1-1 count here to get things started. Big swing on an inside two-seam. That one just ate him up. This one is popped. Brandt's going to take this himself just to the right of the foul line for out number 1. All right, top of the lineup due up. Rylan Baja. Voyagers are definitely looking for him to get going. Put in the leadoff spot today with that power versus left-handed pitching trait. And this one is hit up the middle. That'll be a 1-out base hit. Rylan Baja finds his first hit of this series. A lot of speed at first base now for the first baseman, Masahiro, who batting .375 here in the postseason. The rookie has looked so good for the Voyagers so far. Big swing at 96 above the zone. And Brandt checking it over at first. Like I mentioned, a lot of speed over at first base in Baja. Had 10 stolen bases on the year and going to get caught stealing here. Definitely tough to steal versus a left-handed pitcher, and this is going to be a big mojo down for him, unfortunately. Not good if you're a Voyagers fan. And a ground ball back to Brandt will end the inning just like that. It looked like a potential rally cooking for the Voyagers. Side is retired. Spumoni will lead things off for the Foresters. For the Foresters, I have to say, Foresters versus Voyagers, they have a similar cadence in the way you say them. I've been struggling out here since the series started. The Foragers, dude, for real, for real. The Foresters versus the Foragers. 1 out, nobody on ahead of Plaid Rasputin. Only 3 hits so far in this postseason. This one kind of a ground ball sent to nowhere. Maxi 5 able to cover first. They got to take Palomar out of the game. Mojo down and strained. Put somebody else in shortstop, dude. What are we doing? Here's the 3-1 to Palomar. High fly ball out to right center. Manny Man is at the wall and gone. Palomar says, "Shut the fuck up, commentator bryonato," and hits a solo shot to put the Foresters up big. Well, up by 1 at least here in the top of the 4th. Yeah, no rest for her apparently. She put her groin into that one. That is true. As this one's off the glove of Chet Rocket for a 2-out single. Foresters continuing to hit the ball here on 2 outs. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Literally, though, is Sorbet. Scarelli trying to keep this 2-out rally going. In the lineup at catcher today, also with that power versus lefties. Foresters playing the matchup game big time here versus Maxi 5. And this one gets away from McDykel behind the plate there. He's a runner into scoring position. Scarelli gets all tied up on that two-seam. Goes down swinging. Foresters take a 1-0 lead. Räikkönen, McDykel, Jokela due up. Couple of lefties here for Brandt. Let's see how the Voyagers do with some left-on-left at-bats. 3-1 here to Räikkönen. Checks the swing. He'll work a leadoff walk. A lot of speed on first base now. McDykel got a trio of hits so far. As running on the first pitch is Räikkönen. He is out. Thrown out by Crooks Scarelli at second. That was a monster throw from behind the dish. Räikkönen so fast as well. Big sneeze from Brandt. We got a snot ball coming in for the 1-1. Ground ball hit to Shinato over there at second. Man. The caught stealings just continue to absolutely kill the momentum here for either team. And that is a quick inning. I mean, after the leadoff walk, you're thinking, yeah, let's get a rally going. Let's get on the board. Another 4 scoreless innings to kick off the game for the Voyagers. Have not had any answer to the Foresters starting pitching so far. Makes it 9 straight scoreless innings by starting pitchers on the Foresters. Randy Arozarena works a leadoff hit, by the way, for the Mariners in the top of the 5th. Still 2-0 Mariners. And now Villanueva is 4 for 5 so far here in this series. In this series, actually. Who will scoop this one up for out number 2. Lineup turns over. 3rd time through the lineup now for Maxi 5. Seppo Heikkinen 2 home runs in that Game 7 versus the Axe to give them the win. And he'll poke a ball down the third base line, but a diving stop by Baja. And what a throw. Those are the kind of defensive plays we're used to seeing from Rylan Baja. Let's take another look at that one. That was so clean. Full extension, completely laying out, getting to his feet and firing a missile across the diamond for out number 3. Nice play there from Rylan. An Alta play right there. So the speedy Manny Man will lead off the 5th. He's had a good postseason so far. Already a base hit and a stolen base this game. Has also made some amazing plays out in center field. This one hit right to the shortstop, Palomar. For out number 1, Bratson, his second at-bat of the postseason, struck out his last time up. Should get a pitch to hit on a 2-0 count. Takes it for a strike. Hanging slider across the middle of the plate. Now down to his last strike. Brandt trying to make it back-to-back strikeouts on Bratson. Ground ball to Shinoda for out number 2. Tyler Brandt came into this game with a 16-plus ERA. He got hit around in both of his starts versus the Kodiaks. He has gone, at this point, 5 scoreless versus the Voyagers. His ERA in the postseason has dropped by, 8 points now or something? It's crazy. This one very much a pitcher's duel as Randy Arozarena going to come around to score on a Cal Raleigh RBI single, by the way. Randy Arozarena advanced into second base on a wild pitch, and then Raleigh drives him in. It's 3-0 Mariners in the top of the 5th. As back in fake baseball, Rojas goes down swinging. Maxi 5 has done well to keep this a 1-run ball game. Voyagers have just not been able to give him any run support. Foresters have really struggled to hit the ball here in front of their home crowd. The series does move to Victoria after this for Game 3. This, of course, a best-of-7 series. Now here's the 2-2 to Spumoni. Goes down swinging. Maxi 5 continuing to pitch the ball well. Trying to make it 6 innings of 1-run baseball now versus Plaid Rasputin. Approaching 80 pitches now is Maxi. And Rasputin goes down swinging. They have held him quiet so far. 9-1 and 2 due up. Voyagers have got to get something going. You'd hate to lose both games at home in a one-run ball game. Chet Rocket, a fly ball out to the deep part of center field. That will hang up at the warning track for out number 1. Third time through the lineup now. Let's see what adjustments the Voyagers can make here. Rylan Baja leading off. This is another fly ball. Spumoni staying busy out there in center. One swing of the bat can tie this ball game up. Does Masahiro Hu have anything in the tank? He just missed a home run back in game 1. Hard hit ground ball. Palomar snags that one and throws out Hu at first. That is 6 innings of scoreless baseball. Spun by Tyler Brandt. Voyagers have just had no answer for Victoria's starting pitching so far here in this series. A pitcher's duel through and through here in game 2. As the closer Gristle McThornbody going to come into the game to try and keep this a one-run ball game here. Maxi 5, 6.1 innings pitched, only 1 run allowed. That being the Mercedes Palomar solo home run. Crooks Gorelli locked in after the base hit and the catching the runner stealing. The 1-2 pitch from McThornbody. Voyagers hungry to go hit. Gets the strikeout. All right, the Voyagers. Potentially their last game they could play at home here. As the series moves to Victoria after this game for the next 3 games. They're going to bring in Rafa, California to close out this game. Still has yet to allow a run here in the postseason, pitching through injury and everything. Been so important to this Forester side. And you've got Raikkonen leading off. Payoff pitch to Raikkonen, who goes down looking. A perfectly placed 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the upper corner for out number 1. Foresters are 2 outs away from a 2-0 lead. Now the switch hitting Sleeve McDykel. This one is a little lob out to center, and that will find the grass. A 1-out single now for McDykel. And they're going to pinch hit Vigo Pruitt. He hit a grand slam in that series versus the Knights to help put that series away. And a big spot for him here. Way out in front of the changeup. California changing up the speed. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Staying alive on 2 strikes is Pruitt. Not a lot of speed at first base to McDykel. Now the 2-2. Fouled back again. Game on the line here for Pruitt. Another blooper. This one will hang up enough for Chinada to make the catch, and the Voyagers are down to their last strike. They've been held to 2 runs for through 13 innings, and it'll come down to their midseason signing, Manny Mann. Ramon Adkins going to be a pinch runner over there at first base. Voyagers trying not to get blanked in front of their home crowd. Rafa, California, that specialist trait. Going to debuff the stats of Manny Mann. Could this be Manny Mann's moment? Wow, he looks at 3 straight balls. I'm giving him the green light to swing if he wants. He will not. Hitters count now. The 3-1 pitch way out in front of that. And now the payoff. Hard hit ground ball, but again, right at Mercedes Palomar. And the Foresters, a 1-0 win They've held the Voyagers to only 2 runs through 2 games. The Mercedes Palomar solo home run is the difference maker and the game winner. Unbelievable. Both starters going at least 6 innings. 10 strikeouts for Maxey. Imagine pitching 6 1/3 innings, only giving up 4 hits and 10 strikeouts, and you lose. That is a disaster class by the starting lineup of the Voyagers as the Foresters go up 2-0 on the series. Man. They will take a commanding 2-0 lead back to Victoria. As we will be back in 90 seconds. When we return, it'll be Game 2 between Valencia and the Blowfish. The Blowfish just gave up a really tough Game 1. We're going to run 90 seconds of ads. And yeah, when we're back, Game 2 coming up. I love this song. $418 dots. Wow. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get the prediction going as well. Prediction is live for Game 2 of Blowfish versus Golondrinas. This is going to be a tough game to win for the Blowfish. They have the surefire Eastern Cy Young winner, Xander Jordan, on the bump. Xander Jordan, a 2.02 ERA in the regular season. And of course, they have their number 1 starter, Pierre Depreter, on the mound. Should be a good pitching matchup, Depreter versus Jordan. I'll be right back. I'm going to go close my back door. It's a little chilly in here. I also got some Yummers dried mango. Prediction is live, by the way, folks, for Game 2. We are headed in for Game 2 of this series. Blowfish really got to win this game at home. Got to win this game at home. Bryce Miller, under 50 pitches through 5 innings. Wow, been super efficient. All right. As we've seen in pretty much every game for Valencia, Slap Dappy leading off. Hard hit ball out to the gap. On the run is Dakota, who makes the running catch. That is a great play from the left fielder, Hudson Dakota. 1 pitch, 1 out here for Depreter, and a great start immediately here for the Blowfish. It's the fan favorites Busan Blowfish versus the Golondrinas Valencia, who look like the top team in the East right now. They stole Game 1 in extra innings as the Blowfish are trying to answer here in Game 2. Here is the divisional round MVP, Yim Chimney, up for a 2-out base hit. Ground ball up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there from him. So now a 2-out base runner ahead of the left-handed first baseman, Cheddar Cassidy. Depreter was so vital to the Blowfish in their victory over the Springboks, as here's a drive out to deep center. Wow, Tillamook at the wall, and we'll watch that one go. Cheddar Cassidy, a 2-run go-ahead home run versus Depreter, who's looked borderline untouchable. Valencia with a commanding 2-run lead here in the first. That's only the second and third run that Depreter has allowed in 3 starts. The Blowfish won both games that Depreter started in that divisional round versus the Springboks. So some early runs here. For Valencia, as Hudson Dakota will lead things off for the Blowfish. And they have the Cy Young winner, Xander Jordan, to contend with. A lot of potent left-handed bats in this Blowfish lineup. I'm curious to see how they're going to approach Xander. Ground ball over to Burgess, who throws out the speedy Dakota for out number 1. Now batting second in the lineup, Jeremy Nash, who's had a huge postseason so far. Batting .412, 2 home runs, 6 RBI. This one's, wow, Ken Veroni playing second base? What the fuck? Ken Veroni's playing second base? Steals a hit away from Jeremy Nash. What the hell? Didn't even know Ken Veroni could play second base. Usually plays left field for them. Two outs, base is empty for Heliocentric. He sends that one the other way, right over to Cheddar Cassidy. A scoreless first there for the Blowfish. They go 1-2-3. No answer yet for Xander Jordan. As Harrison Sierra looks at 2 straight balls to lead off the inning. Make that 3. Lead off walk, Depreter. Not looking like his best right now. One on, nobody out ahead of Kent Veroni, playing second base for the first time all series. Tigers have scored their first run of the ball game, by the way. It's 3-1 Tigers. Dylan Dingler, RBI double with 1 out in the 5th. Now they got the tying run coming to the plate. Depreter now with Shark Burgess on 2 strikes. He's been held pretty quiet so far in the postseason in general. 2-2 pitch, snagged by Diligence. Great play by the veteran first baseman. Busan's going to need more of that, as Valencia just getting a lot of their barrel to the ball. Now Junior Sarsaparilla, 9-hole batter in the DH. 2 outs, runner on first. Here in Game 2 of this Eastern League Championship Series. Another line drive to Diligence, who will lead off the inning. Pair of lefties due up to lead off the inning here. I mentioned the large amount of left-handed bats in this lineup for the Blowfish. Fly ball center field. Sierra will settle and make the squeeze. Never mind! He dropped it! Unbelievable! It was a routine fly ball that bounces off the glove of Harrison Sierra. And Caden Diligence is on second base to lead off the bottom of the second. Immediately a huge opportunity here for the Blowfish. Can they capitalize? Alley Cat crunch wrap to left field. Gone! Wow! Just like that, the Blowfish are back in this game. A crunch wrap supreme. He takes Xander Jordan deep, and we got a tie ball game here in Busan. If that is not clipped immediately, exclamation ABC, always be clipping. There were only like 2 clips from the last stream, so ABC, folks. Holy moly. Nice bounce back at bat from Xander Jordan to strike out Tillamook. Nice to see Crunchwrap finally get a homer in the postseason. That is big stuff. Now Destin Agassi, who's still looking for his first hit. Fly ball out to left. This is going to hang up at the warning track. Thought maybe it might bang off the wall. Nothing doing there. So top of the lineup due up here. Second time through the order for Valencia. Slap Dappy once again leading off the inning. Detroit just scored their second run of the ball game. It is 3-2. Back-to-back RBI doubles for Detroit. So Tigers very much still in this ALDS game 4. There's your real baseball update. Three-one count here to Ronaldin, who's been hitting the ball real well all postseason. Has yet to find the long ball, but batting .364 through 6 games. Payoff pitch. Wow, I can't believe he got his barrel to that. That slider was just almost at his body. And he will walk. That's an excellent one-out walk there from Bertrand Ronaldin. Thank you, Jeff, for being the only person clipping. I appreciate that so much. Now the switch hitter, Yim Chimney. Sends a high fly ball out to left center, but this will hang up. For out number 2. And now Cheddar Cassidy, last time he was up, he hit that go-ahead 2-run home run. This one will be a base hit stolen away by Heliocentric Orbital. Makes a diving grab and throw to get the 3rd out of the inning. Ooh, you okay, Polanco? Sorry, some crazy shit happening in the Mariners game. Yeah, great play from Heliocentric. Now the switch hitting Arnhart Damflock will lead off the frame. Top of the order due up after this, of course. I don't know about that strike 3 call. That looked like it was up at his eyes. And Damflock goes down looking there. Bit of a strange call from the home plate ump, if you ask me. So 1 out, nobody on for Hudson Dakota, second time through the lineup. Tough out activated on 2 strikes. Let's see Dakota put the ball in play. Can't even get the barrel to it. Goes down swinging. Nice pitch there from Xander Jordan. Brings up the veteran third baseman, Jeremy Nash. Wow. Javi Baez just missed a 2-run home run. That was foul by not very much. Very scary. The scary stuff in the Mariners game right now. I'm going to say it. High fly ball out to left field. Gone. Not got out of here in a hurry. Valentino Rosebud. An Oppo Taco to put Valencia up. The balls are flying here in Busan. We got a bit of a slugfest going on right now today, folks. Valencia takes the lead once again. 3rd run allowed today by Deperter in the 2nd home run. And now the payoff here to Harrison Sierra. Tigers have tied the game up, by the way. It's 3-3. Baez RBI single. This one hit up the middle. The hits continue to come here for Valencia in the top of the 4th. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Shark Burgess. He's been striking out a ton. Would like to see Deperter get a bounce back here. Could be the last batter that Deperter faces. Now Mojo down over 60 pitches. The 2-2 to Burgess. Wow, did not like that pitch from Deperter. A four-seam right down the middle. Cannot believe Shark Burgess did not get the barrel to the ball for any of those. And they're going to leave in Deperter versus the 9-hole batter, Sarsaparilla. Runners on first and second, one out. Hard hit. Oh, down to right field. They're going to hold the runner. Damflock relayed that back in quickly. And now the bases are loaded for the top of the lineup. This is a huge spot here for Valencia. Base is loaded, one out. Slap Dappy. Slaps this one into center field. And they're going to send the runner. Oh, never mind. No, the throw from Dakota there. The runners will hold. And now for Bertrand Ronaldin in his fourth season with the team. Biggest at-bat of his young career. Bags are packed with birds. Deperter nowhere to put Ronaldin, batting .364 coming into this at-bat. Has him on his last strike, the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Ronaldin goes down with the bases loaded. It was the changeup that put him away. Just ran in on his hands. Nice piece of pitching there from Deperter. What a massive pitch from Pierre, and it's such a big spot. Swinging at the first pitch is orbital for out number one, and quickly. Hayden Diligence reached second base on an error from Harrison Sierra. And scored on the Alley Cat crunch wrap home run. Goes down swinging this time. So now base is empty for Crunchwrap, who tied the game up with that 2-run blast his last time up. Swings at the first pitch and sends a ball the other way. This will hang up for Rosebud out there in left field. Busan held scoreless. They only have one hit so far today, that being the Alley Cat solo home run. They trail by one, and Yim Chimney will lead things off. I cannot believe they're leaving in Deperter in the fifth. That is crazy to me. Damn, there was a crazy play just now in the Mariners game. Carpenter and Naylor just like fucking collided with each other over at first base. Mariners situation is 3-3, runner on third. Two outs. Yeah, they're fine. It was just a weird, it was just a wild play. Looks like both players are okay. All right, so they're going in. They're going to bring in Kaysen Sandoval, who has looked, I would say, really bad out of the bullpen so far for the Blowfish. However, he is juiced, so they got the juiced RNG. This is a random event that can happen in fake baseball, where a player's stats are all just are all buffed up. Harrison Sierra turns on an inside fastball, and that is gone. Harrison Sierra makes up for that error back in the second. A 2-run home run has made this 5-2 for Valencia. Take a look at him turning on this pitch. This was a beautiful piece of hitting. Bam. Oh my God. He was head hunting right there, looking for that fastball. Fastball on the inside. Bam. Barrel to it. Out of here. Jeez Louise. Valencia taking a commanding lead. Dude, they feel unstoppable. Valencia literally looks like such a good team currently. A 20.25 ERA for Case and Sandoval right now. It's a long series, though, a best of 7. Busan, still plenty of time to answer in this series and in this game. Veroni goes down swinging. Xander Jordan has held the Blowfish to a single hit, has struck out 4. Through 4 innings. Darigold Tillamook would be a great bat to get Busan going here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody's been hitting the ball better than Darigold Tillamook in the postseason so far. This one off the end of her bat out into right field in the foul territory, and Dappy will make that grab in front of the wall. Well, now nobody on ahead of Sludge Grimer, who's been very quiet this postseason, especially in this series. Here's a line drive out to left field. Sludge Grimer gets a hit on the board. Second hit of the ball game for Busan. One out base runner ahead of the lefty Destin Agassi, still looking for his first postseason hit. Has a couple of walks, but through 6 games has yet to find a hit here in the playoffs. This one gets jammed. Burgess will just barely get the out at first. Mojo down for Nagasi. And now runner on second, 2 outs ahead of the switch-hitting Einhart Damflock, who has a home run this postseason. He's looked good so far. That is a great slider for strike 2. Jordan just dotting. Oh my God, freezes him on the curveball. Makes Damflock look silly. Blowfish held to 2 runs. Shark Burgess is rattled, and he'll lead off the inning here versus Case and Sandoval. Big swing at the first pitch. He's late on that one. A foul ball for strike 1. Goes down on strikes there. Another strikeout for Shark Burgess. Sandoval maybe looking like he's settling in now. Tough out activated on Sarsaparilla. They're on 2 strikes. Shoves this one the other way out into right field. 9-hole batter is aboard here. Head of the top of the order. And this top of the lineup has been doing so much damage for Valencia. Slap Dappy. Swings at the first pitch. They'll be caught by Damflock out in right field. 2 outs now. Here in the top of the 6th. If the result holds, Valencia would take a 2-0 series lead as the series goes back to Spain for Game 3. Runner goes. The throw from Grimer in time for out number 3. Nice throw from behind the dish there from Sludge. And Busan says, let's go hit. They got the top of the lineup due up. It'll be Dakota, Nash, and Orbital. Checking in at third base is Aloha Odubal. Veteran utility infielder. And Dakota's been held quiet so far this series. Be a great time for him to get on base. Off the end of his bat, charging this one is Rosebud. Makes the catch. Nice play there by the left fielder. Blowfish running out of outs. Only 5 outs left to play with here. Make that 4. As they trail by 3 here in Game 2. There was pitch number 1 from Xander Jordan for ball 1. Ground ball down the third base line. Snagged by Odubal, who fires across the diamond and in time. Wow. Great bit of defense there from Valencia. Now they try to extend a 3-run lead. Wow, they have 2 juiced bullpen arms. Do the Blowfish. What's up, Fire Team? Strudley going to try and keep this a 3-run ball game. Ground ball right back to him for out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, number 4.
All the games have been really good so far today, Fire Team. Three-one pitch to Yim Chimney. So it's strike 2 over the middle of the plate, and the payoff, that one way upstairs.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 40.
A one-out walk for Zion Strudley. Had a Cheddar Cassie who already has a home run this game. Rolls over on it. Strudley comes off the mound to make the play over at first.
The left fielder,
For out number 2. And that one falls foul for strike 2. This one hit up the middle, charging. This is Tillamook. They are sending the runner. Here's the throw and the play at the plate. It is late. Yim Chimney scoring from second. The lead extends to 4 now. As the hill that the Blowfish will need to climb in the 7th gets even taller. Sierra strikes out swinging there, but the damage has been done here in the 7th. It'll be Diligence, Crunchwrap, and Tillamook, and Xander Jordan on the verge of pitching a complete game
35.
here in the 7th. Still slammable. Yep, one swing of the bat could still win could still tie the ball game here for the Blowfish. Gonna need to load the bases though versus the surefire Cy Young winner as Diligence goes down swinging.
Second baseman, number 34.
Crunchwrap down to his last strike. And if he goes down here, the Blowfish will be down to their last out. And now the 2-2. And the payoff. Hard hit out to the gap. This should be extra bases for the speedy Crunchwrap. He's going to hold up at first. What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here? 90 feet matters. That's just bad base running. You're going to pinch hit Darigold. You're so stupid. Busan deserves to lose this game. Busan deserves to lose. That is just so dumb. You're going to pinch hit Walter Rodriguez to go left on left versus Darigold Tillamook, who's swinging the hottest bat in the postseason. Yeah, fuck you. Sit down. Blowfish are out of air. Dude, literally, what the hell? Sludge Grimer sends this one the other way, and it will bang off the wall. Crunchwrap going to come around to score. So a late run scored here in the 7th. Busan staying alive, but now they have Destin Agassi, who has yet to find a postseason hit. And they're leaving Xander Jordan in. Really trusting in their guy to get this final out. Ground ball that almost splits the infield, and Renaudin not in time. That will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Einhart Damflock. Game on the line here for the switch hitting outfielder. Oh my gosh, and he hit him in the nuts. Charging this is Chimney, and it's not in time over to first. Hudson Dakota representing the go-ahead run. Jimmy Dubois is rattled. What can the Blowfish do here? And this one is hit on a line right to Roroni. Oh, man. Some late drama here. Yeah, what a rally from the Blowfish. Valencia takes a 2-0 lead, and they'll take that 2-0 lead back to Spain. That's a tough one. That's a tough one for the Blowfish. Yeah, man. All right, let's pay out that prediction. All right. Well, we are headed back to... What's up? What's up, Ophelia? Good to see you. We are headed back to Victoria after this break. For Game 3, Victoria with a commanding 2-0 lead as we head to their... It'll be their first home game of the series.
Untouchable.
Okay, now it's best ball.
Forrester's a chance to move up to match point. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Ophelia, thank you for the 41 months. Excuse me, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the Prime sub. Prediction is live for Foresters versus Voyagers here for Game 2. Prediction is live. I am going to go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Folks, hello. Prediction is live. Did everybody just, like, forget? What happened there? We didn't even get any predictions over 10K? Jeez Louise. Chad asleep at the wheel. Not a good sign. As we head into Game 3. Yeah, apparently everybody forgot. Detroit just took the lead, by the way. Riley Green, solo home run. They're up 4-3 now. I have to say, Dan Wilson going to the bullpen looking really bad right now. Bryce Miller was not looking bad by any means. All right, Game 3. We are here in Victoria. The first time a championship series playoff match has ever been played. Here in this ballpark, Manny Man, the leadoff batter today for Remy Linguini, who helped win the ball game for the Foresters when it mattered most in Game 6 versus the Kodiaks, getting the start today. Bullpen on good rest for the Foresters as well after Tyler Brandt went 6 innings. Both bullpens in pretty good shape overall rest-wise. Masahiro, who moved up in the lineup today, batting second. Much different lineup, it looks like, for the Voyagers, who have struggled to put runs across the board so far. They've been held to 2 runs through the first 2 games. So changing up stuff at the top of the lineup to try and manufacture a run or two. 3-1 pitch to Räikkönen. Ground ball, got jammed. Testarossa will take that herself. That is a quick 1-2-3 from Remy Linguini, and now the home team will come up to the plate. Seppo Heikkinen in the leadoff spot again, been very streaky so far. Sanja Petrovic in her first and only postseason start so far, 11 strikeouts. Completely neutralized a bad Havana Knights offense in that divisional series. Curious what she has in store today. A 5-pitch mix for Petrovic. 4-seam, 2-seam slider, curveball, changeup. Issues a 4-pitch walk there to Rojas. So a 1-out walk.
Number 24.
Head of crack shot, Spumoni, who I feel like his bat has really yet to take off this series. This one, weak fly ball, center field, Manny Man. Will make the catch.
Number 42.
I really want to see Plaid Rasmussen get it going. I'm surprised that the Foresters have been playing this well and winning this many games without him really doing anything at the plate. Tough to watch. Tough to watch for Plaid. Foresters have a 2-0 lead at least, but man. Oh, I need to update the stuff on screen.
Designated hitter. Number 94.
All right. Steve McDykel leading off the top of the second. Linguini gets him looking, and Linguini has been like overperforming his ratings, I feel like, so hard. Man, the Mariners cannot get any Tigers batters out right now. This is bad. They've scored 4 unanswered. Already in the bottom of the 6th, they got a home run and a double. Not looking good for the Mariners currently. Not liking it. Not liking what I'm seeing. Now, surely back in this series, you would think versus Remy Linguini that maybe the Voyagers can get something on the board. A lot of lefties in this lineup, too. Wow, Petros Rojas will steal that hit away. Holy, my goodness. Two outs, bases empty for Rylan Baja. Batted leadoff in the previous game, now batting 6th. I mentioned this lineup looking a lot different. Ground ball up the middle. That's the second hit of the series that Rylan has gotten that looks exactly like that. So a 2-out single. A 2-out, 2-strike single, I should say. Head of Vigo Pruitt gets the start at right field today. Appeared as a pinch hitter. Back in game 2. Now gets the start. Runner goes, and they got the pitch out. Rylan Baja, his second caught stealing in back-to-back attempts. The Voyagers have had a lot of their... They have tried to steal a lot of bases, and they've been caught stealing, I feel like, just about every time. Man, 5-3 for the Tigers now. They've scored 5 unanswered runs. Jesus Christ. My Blowfish are losing. The Mariners are losing. I don't like this. Don't like it at all. Testarossa with 1 out and the base is empty sends a high drive out to the warning track. Dude, this series has been warning track flyout city. My goodness. Weight training in order for like all of these batters. Ishwar Khan hits a ball hard, but it's right to the second baseman, Chet Rocket. We are all tied up. Only hit of the ball game so far, a Rylan Baja ground ball up the middle. Vigo Pruitt had the bat taken out of his hands last time up with the Rylan Baja caught stealing. He'll lead off the inning now. Has a grand slam so far this postseason. Also a pretty fast runner. And this one splits the left side of the infield for a lead-off single. Swinging 3-0, Vigo Pruitt will reach base here ahead of Chet Rocket.
Number 60.
lot of speed at first base in Vigo Pruitt. He's going to go. That one almost hits Chet Rocket, and that'll be an easy stolen base. Runner in scoring position now for Montreal, who have really struggled to hit with runners in scoring position and have struggled to hit in general. They were shut out in a 1-0 victory for Victoria back in Game 2. Rocket goes down swinging for out number 1. Now starting at catcher again, it's Shelly Pugh. I cannot believe Hefty Ali has not made a start at catcher. They really like Shelly Pugh's glove behind the dish, would be my best guess. She doesn't really have much of a bat. Runner somehow advances to third. On that ground ball, so go ahead run 90 feet away now for the top of the lineup in Manny Man. Putting a lot of trust in him in the number 1 spot here versus Remy Linguini. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away. And this is a drive out to the gap. This will easily plate the run from third, and Manny Man, he could go 3. No, he's going to hold up at 2, an RBI double with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Montreal finally scores a run, and they have taken the lead for what feels like the first time this series. Who gets jammed on the run is Testarossa. She'll make the grab just in front of the right field chalk. Montreal, a 1-0 lead. They lead for the first time all series. They just had to get out of their home ballpark, I guess. Manny Man with a clutch RBI double. Dante Villanueva leading things off, a ground ball right to Raikkonen. Out number 1. Petrovic turns on the first pitch, sends a high drive out to center field. Another fly out near the warning track. And here's another high fly ball out to center field. Man, Manny Man is just he's staying real busy out there. That is for sure. Hitless and scoreless through 3 so far are the Foresters. Remy Linguini trying to protect a 1-run lead. Taiko Raikkonen leading things off. Voyagers finally managed to score a run for the first time in 10 innings. Back in the third. And Raikkonen has a leadoff walk, so a lot of speed at first base now. That is Sleeve McDykel. Curious if they'll even let Raikkonen steal. Voyagers have been caught stealing in seemingly almost every attempt so far. And now the 2-2 pitch to McDykel. Runner on first, nobody out. Runner's going to go. The throw is, man, the Voyagers just need to stop trying to steal. Like, it's not working. It's not like you're giving them free outs at this point. Dmitry Petrovic is throwing out every single stolen base attempt. I feel like they've got caught stealing like 4 or 5 times through 3 games so far. And Jokela sends this one to the gap. This will easily be extra bases. He will coast into second base and will hold up there. A 2-out double. That would have easily scored Raikkonen from first base, by the way. Man, how did you get the bat to that ball? Juancil Perez just hit a crazy 2-strike double for the Tigers. So Rylan Baja, base hit and a caught stealing today. Trying to drive in the second run of the ball game and looks at 93 over the middle of the plate. Nice pitch selection there from Linguini. It's been a low-scoring series so far. for both teams.
Number 6.
Petrus Rojas will lead off the bottom of the fourth. Petrovic locked in. Very low pitch count so far as well. Looking for her second strikeout of the game. She had 11 in her first start. Rojas gets jammed and sends a weak fly ball out to right field where Pruitt will make the catch. Wow, it's 7-3, by the way. 7-3 now. Detroit has scored 7 unanswered runs. Dude, I gotta say, Dan Wilson pulling Bryce Miller in the 5th just continues to look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I don't know why. I mean, I get it when it's playoff baseball, but holy shit. They have just been teeing off versus the bullpen ever since. Vlad Rasputin continues to stink it up. He grounds out for out number 3. Sanya Petrovic, a no-hitter going through 4 innings here.
The right fielder, number 3.
So Massimo Al Dente coming in the game now. For the Foresters, Grimmy Linguini only pitching into the 4th. Al Dente a 2.7 ERA, but also a 2.10 WHIP. Gotten a little bit lucky so far. Definitely struggles with his command. Can dial it up when he needs to. And he'll walk Pruitt to lead off. The top of the 5th. Voyagers continuing to get runners on the bases. They only have 4 hits so far today, but they've definitely had a better offensive game than the Foresters, that's for sure. Runner goes. The throw from Petrovic, and it's a... Wow, I thought it was going to be another caught stealing. That's the first successful stolen base, and I don't even know how many tries for the Voyagers. They finally get one into second base. Fly ball, left field. Coming in on this one is Heikkinen, who will make the squeeze for out number 1. Runner will hold at second base. Runner on second now for Shelly Pugh. Looking for her first RBI of the postseason. Former Cascadia Kodiak Shelly Pugh. Montreal really likes her glove behind the dish in a game like this. This one a ground ball over to Rojas. Voyagers trying everything they can to get that runner in scoring position across the plate. They have been really bad with runners in scoring position overall in this series. Manny Mann did drive in the go-ahead run last time he was in this exact position, though, with 2 outs and a runner on second. And he shoots this one into left. Heikkinen there to make the quick relay back into home. And Mann going to try and stretch 2. Some heads-up base running there from Manny Mann. Recognizing the throw in from left field. Stretches a single into effectively a double with that. And now Masahiro Hu, who's mojo down, has 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. The 2-2 to Hu. Taken upstairs. Payoff pitch. With 2 outs, he walks him. The bases have been walked, loaded. Montreal continuing to threaten, and they have Tycho Raikkonen up now, and they're not going to mess around at all. They're going to bring in their best reliever in Rafa California. Has yet to allow a run in this postseason. Strike 1, a changeup on the bottom rail to Raikkonen. Got a pitch to hit, fouled that one away. Raikkonen been so important to this Montreal team. He'll strike out there and mojo down. That's not good. Not good for the Voyagers. And Sanya Petrovic has a no-hitter going here into the 5th, only on 43 pitches. Palomar will lead things off. She hit the go-ahead and game-winning home run back in Game 2. Playing through that groin injury. Goes down swinging here. She's still strained because she's playing through an injury. Oh, let her rest? Yeah, I don't think they're going to. Petrovic about to make it 5 scoreless innings. Unless the Foresters can muster anything. Here in the bottom of the 5th. 13 strikeouts across both of Sonya's postseason starts. As this is a, wow, just barely a foul ball. It looked like the first hit of the ball game for the Foresters, but no, Petrovic still protecting that no-hit bid here in the postseason. And she gets Ishwar Khan swinging. Wow. 5 scoreless innings for Petrovic as the Voyagers are just barely hanging on to that narrow 1-0 lead. The switch hitting McDykel now, 2-2 count. Finally gets a hit here. Actually, right. That's the Voyagers, not the Foresters, sorry. My bad. He doesn't finally get a hit. He gets a hit here to lead off the top of the 6th. 1 run might be able to be the difference maker here, but you definitely get the feeling that you're going to need more than 1, man. This should be a 3-6-3 double play. Palomar fires back to Testarossa. Base is empty now for Rylan Baja. Yeah, literally. And Baja goes down swinging. The Foresters, a chance for them to set up a save opportunity here in the 6th. They have been held hitless through 6 innings, or through 5 innings. Petrovic definitely on the verge of pitching a no-hitter here in a playoff game. And gets Villanueva on 3 pitches for her 4th, is that her 4th or 3rd strikeout of the game? Her 4th strikeout of the game, 15 strikeouts through her 2 postseason starts so far. The 3-1 now to Petrovic. And he'll work a walk. Foresters will take base runners any way they can get it here at home.
Number 84.
So a 1-out walk ahead of the top of the lineup. Seppo Heikkinen's been so streaky so far in this postseason. His hits have come in bunches, and the valleys have been quite wide. He's going to pop out here as his batting average is going to drop below 200 now in the postseason. And now Petrus Rojas. Petrovic still yet to allow a hit, and there is the first hit of the ball game for the Foresters. It finally comes here in the bottom of the 6th. They'll have a runner in scoring position for crack shots Spumoni, and what a time this would be for his first postseason home run. Got a pitch to hit and swings at it. Foul ball for strike number 1. Crowd on their feet here in Victoria. Best opportunity they've had all game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Off the end of his bat and foul. Swung on and missed. Spumoni strikes out with a runner in scoring position, and that might be the only opportunity the Foresters get. They have been blanked through 6. It has only been the away team succeeding so far in this series. In both series, actually, now that I think about it. Pruitt gonna pop out here for out number 1. And Bonnie Saivong is coming in here for the Foresters. I mean, boy, did he get lit up by the Kodiaks in that series. And he came into the game with an 11 ERA. Definitely a choice to bring him in a 1-run ball game.
The center fielder, number 18.
Shelly Pugh gets a 2-out single as Manny Man will ground out here. Last hope now for the Foresters. Hashtag tree in chat if you're trying to will them to victory. Rasputin, Palomar, Testarossa. 3 bats that can all hit the ball hard. Petrovic trying to make it a complete game shutout. And Plaid Rasputin, his batting average at risk of going below 100 here in the postseason. Foresters need him to do anything. Has a double in game 1 of the series, and that's about it. Only 3 hits. And there we go. Get the inning started with a leadoff hit. That'll bring the tying run to the plate, and they are not messing around. Petrovic is immediately subbed out of the game for effectively the best reliever in baseball. Dude, the fucking Tigers just hit another home run. It's 8-3 now. Jesus Christ. Abram Lovebright was the best reliever in baseball statistically with a 1.64 ERA. Palomar able to leg that one out and prevent the double play. So let's see. So Shinada is going to pinch run at first, and Crooks Garelli is going to pinch hit here for Testarossa.
Nope.
2-2 to Scarelli. Full count. Way out in front of it. Changed up the speed on the changeup. And wow, we could be looking at back-to-back 1-0 victories for opposing teams. Voyagers trying to get their first win of this Western League Championship Series. They are 1 out away as Khan slings this out into deep right field. They're going to wave the runner from third, and Ishwar Khan ties this game up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The Foresters have answered. And now they bring, they have the go-ahead run on second base now for Dainty Villanueva. Abram Lovebright blows the save. And the Foresters finally get a run on the board here and a chance to win it right now. This one off the end of his bat, charging it is Rocket. Gets the out at first and free baseball. We are going to extra innings for already the 2nd time this postseason. Wow, or this championship series. Free baseball, you might say. So Heikkinen now moving over to first. Shinada at shortstop. Somebody named Roberts at left field. A lot of defensive replacements. For the Foresters. As Sayavon gets to work. Already records his first out of the inning, going left on left now versus Raikkonen, who mojoed down in his last at-bat on a strikeout. Weakly hit ball to Rojas. And momentum firmly in the camp of the Foresters right now. It should be said, Sleep McDykel, he's got hits in back-to-back at-bats. 2-out single for him. Now Paavo Jokela trying to work a left-on-left hit of his own. Hard hit ball up the middle. That'll put the go-ahead run in scoring position. A 2-out rally being cooked up here by the Voyagers. Boy, this game just keeps going back and forth. It is nuts. Rylan Baja now a chance to put his team in the lead and a good opportunity to mojo up. Power versus lefties activated. And another weakly hit ground ball. Khan will charge this one and retire the side. Foresters can walk it off now. 9-1-2 due up. Huge opportunity for Dmitry Petrovic. Great contact here to lead off the inning for the Foresters as he slings this one out to the gap. This should be extra bases. Manny Man on the run. Petrovic into second safely. Lead off double. The Voyagers were 1 out away from taking from making this a 2-1 series. And now the Foresters have a chance to walk them off. Wow, this one off the glove of Chet Rocket. And fitness down for the second baseman for the Voyagers.
Now in the game.
Ramon Adkins going to have to check in at second base. Playing out of position, Chet Rocket dislocated his shoulder. Wild developments here. Infield playing in. Go-ahead run, or the winning run 90 feet away. And they're just going to walk Petrus Rojas. Bases loaded, nobody out. Abram Lovebright, the best reliever in baseball at the plate! And this one is gone! Crack shots, Bumonio, walk-off grand slam! Wow! The Foresters take a commanding 3-0 lead in this series as this ballpark erupts here in Victoria. Oh my God, I didn't get a replay of that, so I need a clip. Wow, dude, this has been a crazy series. Hashtag free the Foresters in their send-off season, man. Neon just reached out to you? That is awesome. What the hell? What a game. Crack shots, Bumoni. His first home run of the postseason is a slammer. And now if the Voyagers want to have any hope, they're going to have to... Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome, Frostlass. If the Foresters want any hope, or the Voyagers want any hope, they're going to have to reverse sweep the Foresters in their send-off season. In their send-off season, man. All right, well, let's pay out that prediction. Goodness me. We could be looking at a pair of sweeps here in the CS, is where we're at right now. Thank you, Mardoc, for that clip. All right, we're going to run 90 seconds of ads. When we return, Game 3 of Blowfish Valencia coming up. We are headed to Spain for Game 3, and Blowfish are going to need to come up with something quick as this series is getting out of hand. Prediction is live for Game 3 for Busan versus Valencia. I will see y'all in 90 seconds. Prediction is live. Prediction is live. What a wild pair of championship series these have been so far, dude. Holy moly. Yeah, I want Busan to get back in this series. I really want Busan to win this game. A Busan World Series would be so cool. Their team is so fun. So Ransom splits versus Faye Dingaway. Man. 12.5k on Busan. I like it. I like it, Fire Team. Gotta believe. Gotta believe. I'm trying to stay believing, that's for sure. Life savings on Valencia. Damn. Well, let's get it started. Who's got the insider info on this prediction? I don't think you can have insider info on fake baseball, unfortunately. It ain't over until you get all 27 outs. Well, 21 in this case, but yeah. I have foreseen the interactions of the electrons. That's what I like to hear. So the Blowfish are definitely winning, right? All right, welcome to the Birdcage here in Spain. Josh Naylor, a leadoff hit in the top of the 8th for the Mariners. That's good. Mariners are going to need a lot of base runners if they want to come back. They trail by 5. Hudson Dakota leading things off. Valencia's held him quiet so far. Yo, what is up, Tim Lofi? Valencia with a 2-0 lead here in this series. The first time this ballpark has seen championship series baseball in 10 years. And a leadoff walk for Hudson Dakota. Great way to get things started. A lot of speed there on first base, and they're going to send the runner. A huge jump for Hudson in there easily. Runner in scoring position immediately for Busan. I sure am not, Tim. I sure am not. Back-to-back walks issued by Ransom Splints. That'll put runners on first and second with nobody out ahead of Alley Cat Crunchwrap, who hit a 2-run home run back in game 1. And they're going to try and have Dakota steal third. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid no-nos? As Crunchwrap sends a blast deep out to center field, Rosebud makes that catch on the run. That's an amazing catch. It was runners on first and second, nobody out. Now it's just runner on first, 2 outs. Busan just can't get out of their own way here in the first inning. Why you're stealing third right there, I do not know. Let's see if Orbital can make anything out of this opportunity. Sends that one foul down the left field line, down to his last strike, and goes down swinging. An opportunity squandered there by the Blowfish. And it's those kind of things that will lose you this series. Unfortunately, it looks like this Mariners-Tiger series is going to 5 games, as much as I hate to say it. Mariners allowed 8 unanswered runs. They still trail by 5. Tough stuff. I don't like it coming down to game 5. I really do not like it. I really wish we would have just won here. Phil's getting swept by the Dodgers is just like so frustrating. Yim Chimney continues to swing a hot bat. He has been got to be one of the best hitters right now, if not the best hitter on this Valencia team. Just cannot get him out. Braden Franklin batting cleanup today versus the lefty Faye Dingaway. Usually batting in the 9-hole. He's been moved way up the lineup. Got that power versus lefties trait, and Faye Dingaway on the bump. A 5-pitch mix. Wow, that ball had a lot of weird spin on it. Kaden Diligence did well to read that and just get the out at first. A scoreless first inning. Jeremy Nash leading things off. Cubs are up 4-1. Yo, Tommy's at that game. That's pretty cool. I mean, Cubs were up 3-0 in the first in the game 2, and they lost that. So, we'll see. Destin Agassi, 1 out, bases empty. Pulls this one down the first base line, but a diving stop by Cassidy, who gets the relay over to Splints covering first. Nice play. Valencia just continues to play complete baseball on all parts of the diamond and all fields. Danflock gets all tied up on a high slider that was never a strike. Both starting pitchers cruising so far. Valentino Rosebud will lead off the inning. Takes a big swing at strike 1. 2 home runs this series so far for Rosebud. He season's a high fly ball out to right field. That's going to hang up with a warning track for Damflock. For out number 1. Now Cheddar Cassidy homered back in game 2 to give Valencia the lead. Two here to Cassidy. Sharply hit down the right field line. Foul. Some good 2-strike swings here. Yeah, I'm literally watching the Mariners game right now, Ophelia. I have it open on the other monitor. 2-0 here to Sierra. Checks his swing for strike 1. Faye Dingaway trying to make it 2 scoreless. And now the payoff pitch. K-Man activated for Faye. Sierra had that big home run back in game 3. Swings over the top of that. We are all scoreless here as we head into the 3rd. Yeah, a lot of great pitching so far on display. Caden Diligent's going to lead things off. Moved way down the lineup, strangely. Sends this one the other way. A bit of a lob out to left. Nice to see Ileana Alejo getting the start in left field. Now Daragold Tillamook. 9-hole batter today. 524 batting average this postseason. Been swinging a hot bat, trying to keep that momentum going here. Here's the 2-2. And now the count works full to the 9-hole batter. Gets a pitch down the middle and sends it right back up the middle. Hard hit ground ball, a 1-out single for Tillamook. Mojo back up for her. Dakota walked his last time up and was caught stealing at third base. Now has a lot of speed on first base in Tillamook. Got a couple of pitches down the middle, has yet to swing the bat. Out in front of that one, foul. Pop fly. Braden Franklin will make that catch as Tillamook tags back up at first. Last hope now this inning for the Blowfish is Sludge Grimer. Has 2 RBI so far this postseason. Tillamook gets into second base safely. One of the first times Ian Chimney has not thrown out a stolen base there. This one shot down the third base line, but Ronaldin starting at third base today. Wow. Ronaldin starting at third. That's very interesting. He's normally shortstop for them. Bit of a strange new defensive alignment for Valencia. Boy, this ump in the Mariners game sucks. Holy shit. All right, Ileana Alejo was so electric in the regular season for this Valencia side. Finally gets a starting lineup spot here in the postseason. Excited to see what she can do in this series, especially versus the lefty Faye Dingaway. Won't do anything here. A strikeout swinging over the top of the curveball. How's it going, your average, Bo? Are we winning? Depends on who you're rooting for. I mean, it's a tie ball game right now, so technically nobody. Slap Dappy, a ground out here to Crunchwrap. Mojo down, that's important. And Crunchwrap going to lead off the inning. We'd like to see him get his bat right. Ransom Splints is locked in. Swing at the first pitch. This one is sent foul for strike 1. Blowfish have struggled to score. In the first 2 games of this series. Crunchwrap really needs to get his bat going. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Just blew it right by him. 92 at the top of the zone. Busan really has not had an answer for Valencia starting pitching up to this point. Still a tie ball game. And Orbital should get a pitch to hit. Here's the 3-1 from Splints. Fouled away. Fastball up and in. It's a good at-bat from Helio. Has yet to have a big impact on this series. Hit the other way, and this will find the outfield grass for a 1-out single. Orbital gets on base. An opposite field swing there from him. 1 on, 1 out ahead of Jeremy Nash. 2 home runs in the series so far. Ground ball, and they're going to get a chance to go around the horn. Ronaldo to Franklin to Cassidy. Side retired in order despite the Orbital single. We are all scoreless here in the bottom of the 4th, and the longer this game goes on, the longer I feel like the odds tip more in the favor of Valencia. Their offense has just been swinging the bat better. I feel like they have the better pitching. Yim Chimney batting 400 now, dude. Man, this guy is hitting the ball well. Dingaway has him on 2 strikes here. RBI man activated. Chance to put him away. Gets him waving a silly swing at a high curveball. Quickly 2 outs ahead of Braden Franklin. Faye Dingaway down to a 1.04 ERA. Video game numbers? Sort of. There are a couple batters on the Mariners that had a 400 batting average come into this game. Fly ball. Out to center field. Tillamook will make the grab. And after 4 innings, we got a staring contest going on here in Valencia. Both starting pitchers having great games. Only 2 hits apiece for either team. Nagasi hits Splints in the face with a comebacker. Gets an infield single. And Splints has to be pulled from the game. A huge potential momentum swing here for the Blowfish as they send a blow to the head to ransom Splints. Einhart Damflock now. Runner on first, nobody out. They're going to bring in Francisca Andrews, who's making her first appearance of this postseason. Over 5 games, she did not appear once in that game. Versus Corsa Palermo's. We got to strike him out, throw him out, double play. What an answer immediately from Valencia. Going down, looking there is Einhart Damflock. And a stolen base attempt from Nagasi. Was that a double mojo down as well? I think that was double mojo down. Mojo down for Damflock. And then a caught stealing there, dude. That is tough stuff.
35.
Base is empty now for Caden Diligence, who's going to ground out here to Harrison Sierra. Man. Nothing doing here for Busan. Valencia a chance to take a late lead, and Cheddar Cassidy, another base hit for him. Leadoff runner aboard ahead of Harrison Sierra. Goes down. I think I was looking at the Mariners game there. I'm not sure. Oh, Yambag Jones, a pinch hit appearance. Valencia going to their bench to try and make something happen. And Yambag Jones has that power versus lefties trait. She gets jammed. Crunchwrap charging this one will just get the out at first. It moves the runner over to second base. RBI man activated for Alejo. 1 run looking like it could be the difference maker here. High fly ball out to left field, but that'll be an easy catch for Dakota. We are all scoreless here into the 6th. Man, every single game of this of the championship series on both sides has been so close. A good batter to be leading off here for the Blowfish and Daragold Tillamook. 545 batting average, 2 homers, 9 RBI. Got a base hit her last time up. Now the 2-2. Ground ball to Vernowden. Gets the routine play for out number 1. We're here in the closing innings of Game 3 of the Eastern League Championship Series. Busan Blowfish versus Valencia. Here's a ground ball back to Franklin, 2 away. If Valencia win this game, they will go up 3-0 in the series. Blowfish trying to get their first win on the board. It's the first championship series appearance ever for the Blowfish. This is the second one for Valencia in 10 seasons. Blowfish have been held scoreless through 6. Dingaway going to try and answer that here in the bottom of the 6th. Busan starting pitching remains elite as this one's hit down the third base line, backhanded by Nash, who throws across the diamond for out number 1. And now Ronaldo with 1 out. Another shot down the third base line, that one foul. Hard hit past the diving grab of Orbital. A 1-out single. And could this be the beginning of a rally for the top of the lineup? There's a runner aboard ahead of Yim Chimney, swinging the hottest bat for Valencia right now. Looks at strike 1. This is the 3rd time through the lineup for Faye Dingaway. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That is a huge strikeout for Faye Dingaway. Trying to make it 6 straight scoreless innings for the Busan lefty. Hard hit right at Caden Diligence. Blowfish, potentially their last opportunity. It'll be Crunchwrap, Orbital, and Nash. They've so far gone 1 for 6 with 2 strikeouts. Francesca Andrews making her first appearance of the postseason. Has pitched 2 innings so far with a strikeout. Could get her second strikeout right here. Pop fly out to left. Alejo calling for that one. Base is empty, 1 out for Orbital. Has yet to make a big impact in this series so far. Only has that 1 home run. Back in the divisional series as he shoots this one into deep left. Pushing for 2. Here's the throw from Alejo. It will not be in time. A 1-out double for Heliocentric Orbital. And the Blowfish have the go-ahead run in scoring position ahead of Jeremy Nash. Best opportunity the Blowfish have had as here's a fly ball out to right. Dappy will secure this one as, Orbital going to try and, he thought about pushing for 3, but wow, that was a howitzer from Slap Dappy. And they're going to pinch hit Walter Rodriguez once again. Game on the line here potentially for the Blowfish. Are they just going to walk him? Wow, they're going to walk Walter Rodriguez after the pinch hit. Who's batting 7th for them? Is it Damflock? So they're going to put the runner on to set up the force out. Yep, and Damflock due up now. Never mind. They're going to pinch hit Bucket Navarro. Veteran outfielder, had a great season. And in comes Cosmo Green, the closer. Swinging out the first pitch is Navarro. And it gets off the glove of Braden Franklin. The runner is going to hold it third. It's a pinch hit, base hit. Now the bases are loaded for Caden Diligence. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Cosmo Green, the closer on. Caden Diligence, a big spot. Takes a big swing. Foul ball for strike one. Looks at slider for strike two. Come on, Caden. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball center field. That's going to stay in the yard. Rosebud will make the catch, and we are headed to the bottom of the 7th. Which team will blink first? A scoreless game heading into the bottom of the 7th. Valentino Rosebud leading off. Already a pair of home runs this postseason. Hudson Dakota over to right field. Bucket Navarro to left. Pressure could not be higher. Faye Dingaway is staying in the game. As Rosebud going to lead off the inning with a base hit up the middle. Lead off man aboard here for Valencia. They're trying to go up 3-0 in the series.
Number 42.
Leaving Faye Dingaway in the game is a choice. But I guess you got the lefty up, and she's been pitching the ball pretty well. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A big out, number 1 here in the 7th. Double play would send us to extra innings. It would be the 3rd extra inning game of this championship series already. And another ground ball up the middle. That's going to put Rosebud into scoring position. Harrison Sierra at first, Rosebud at second. Now they're leaving in they're leaving in Faye Dingaway versus Yambag Jones. Crunchwrap makes an amazing overhead catch to potentially save the game. Now Ileana Alejo will step in to face Desi Jakobsen. Back-to-back appearances for Desi Jakobsen. The submarine pitcher, right-hander. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Looking for the strikeout to send us to extras is Jakobsen. The 2-2 pitch, taken downstairs. And now the payoff. Bases are loaded. The tying run is 90 feet away for Slap Dappy. Who else would you want up right now if you're Valencia? Slap Dappy just needs to put this ball in play. Jakobsen stealing a strike on the slider. Couple of breaking balls low and inside. Tough out activated for Dappy on 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and a drive up the middle. Slap Dappy has walked off the Blowfish here in the 7th. Wow, another heartbreaker for the Blowfish. They blow another game. My goodness. All the Golondrinas know how to do is break the hearts of other teams. We could be setting up a couple of sweeps here. Like, if both the teams sweep, then I guess we're just not having a stream on Friday. What the fuck? Both teams have a chance to clinch, as it turns out. What the hell? Coach Anarchy, they hate your ass. They're trying to cancel the Friday stream. And what the hell is up with that? That's fucked up. Literally, it's fucked up. So 2 teams with a 3-0 lead here. Yeah, I mean, I could just end the stream here, so that way we have, like, something to watch on Friday. They don't want Twin to make the jump from T-ball to fake ball. That's so funny. All right, we're headed back to Seattle for Game 5, by the way. Detroit scores 9 unanswered runs to win Game 4. Damn, Game 5 is going to be crazy in Seattle. End stream for Anarchy? I think we will. I think we have to. Yeah, I think we have to end the stream for Anarchy Poo, so they can show up for fake baseball on Friday. Damn, dude. Cubs are up 4-1 over the Brewers, bottom second. Man. Tough day of baseball. Hate seeing the Mariners lose, I'll say that much. Damn, and on Friday, it's going to be Churn Casa versus the ace, Rob Schneider, the MVP for the divisional series. Dude, yeah, it's going to, yeah, a couple of 3-0s is going to be tough to come back from. Man. Well, folks, yeah, in the interest of having actual content for Friday and letting Anarchy commentate fake baseball with me, which I have been really looking forward to, we are going to end the stream there. Both the Foresters and Valencia up 3-0 on their opponents here in the I mean, it still feels like the beginning stages of the championship series, but we're one game away from finding out who's going to be making the World Series. Right now, it's looking like the Foresters versus Valencia. The V-off, I guess, Victoria versus Valencia. Victoria continuing their, I mean, call it like a fairy tale run. It's been a really crazy series. I mean, it's 3-0, but all of the games have been close. 2-3, 0-1, 1-5 with a walk-off, 2-3, 4-6, and 0-1 with a walk-off. Multiple extra inning games, multiple walk-offs. 3-0 parentheses, close games, though. Okay, well, on that note, I guess I will see y'all on Friday. Tune in on Friday to find out who is going to the World Series. Only 2 more broadcasts left of fake baseball until we hang it up for a couple months, and then we return after AGDQ. So, anyway, yeah, thanks, everybody. Great day of fake baseball, a lot of wild games. We will find out who's going to the World Series on Friday. And by the way, Friday stream is kicking off at 2 o'clock, by the way. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, so don't miss that. Starting a little bit later. And I will see y'all then. Bye, everybody. See you on Friday. And then, reminder, World Series on Sunday with Tomato Anus on commentary as well, so don't miss that. All right. Bye, folks. Take it easy. Love you. Miss you.